All right, we are live. Hello. Already, it just started the recorder again. So already we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Spooktober stream. I am one of the judges for the Spooktober Game Jam. It is the third annual Spooktober Game Jam, so I am really excited to be checking out some games with you guys tonight. First up on our list, we have Tales of Mysteria. Full disclosure here, some of these games are meant to be spooky, so they're meant to be scary, they're meant to be keeping in theme with Halloween. So I'm not sure what kind of themes it is that we're going to be coming across in these games, so just be on the lookout for anything that's pertaining to violence, horror, I would say, anything kind of disturbing and scary. I'll try to catch things where I can, but we might be coming across some things here or there. This is a visual novel. I'm not sure of too much about information about these games in terms of like their story and everything, but I think we're good to just get right into it. So we're going to go ahead and start. Okay, this game contains flashing lights. Player discretion is advised. I appreciate the honesty. I love this art. What the heck? Hey, Kira, wake up. We're home. What? Already? Ooh, I think I'm gonna adjust that sound down. I don't know if you guys can hear the music, but it is very loud. Huh? What? Already? Oh, you were sleeping. When the train stopped, you just followed me without a word. Should have known you were sleepwalking. I don't sleepwalk. Explain why I found you walking into the wall around midnight last week, then. Stress, midterms. Shh, well, we're free from that hell for now. I'm starving, and I spot a McAppy bee with our names on it. He's falling back asleep. Monsieur is actually starting to change. Isn't that exciting? You're asleep again? Can't believe I had to drag him here. Hey, yay, chicken! Hey kids, you're just in time for my feathers! The children surrounding the mascot are roughing it up. Feathers are being plucked by their small, grimy hands. I'm gonna eat you. No, not the suit, not the suit! It's just a poor dude in a costume. You know how I feel about mascots. Yeah. Whatever. Food, burger, I need to consume. Welcome to Ame, Kira. Whoa, you buggers came back home? Why didn't you tell me in advance? The employee behind the counter pouts. He has very noticeable burn scars on his face running all the way down his neck, though they look like he's had them for years. He's kind of cute, though. Eliam, what are you doing here? Hello, priest. Welcome to the stream. L? Duh, I'm working here, of course. But I'll be off soon, so just order what you want, you dime a dozen duo. Only the dime is the amount of money you're charging for the burgers. Guess his sayings haven't changed much. No, prices are the same as in every other McHappy Bee. No friend discounts, but I'm gonna treat you guys because it's the return of my prodigal friends. Oh, free stuff. I'm into that. Thanks, Eliam. Anyway, I want a combo. I got you. Thanks for the food. Thanks for waiting for me. You got me in a doozy with those McMango shakes, man. It's just 5. He says he points at the 5 empty large cups on the table. He's trying to slow down after he engorged himself at the dorm cafeteria's dessert bar. You're going to break your body that way. And after what happened recently, not exactly in the mood for more of those. The what now? I don't know what that was supposed to say, but okay. Swallow your shake bits first, please. Yeah, so someone in town got murdered. That tonal shift. I'm sorry. just it's okay. Everything's fine. What? How did I not hear about this? Probably because we're knee deep in college hell, and when do we even watch the news? Eliam sighs. Figured you didn't know since you didn't ask about it earlier. It's been a bother with the local TV stations bothering us, but it also gives us more business. Also advertises our Halloween festivities. I love the font. I don't know what kind of materials that they've used here to kind of give it this grainy effect, but it kind of looks like colored pencil. I could be wrong though. I don't think though that it's like an oil pastel kind of I don't know. That's interesting. I'd love to know. That's messed up. What can you do? We still don't know who the killer is, so just act normal or careful. So just act normal. I think they only got targeted because the victim's sort of famous. Famous? Do we even have someone famous in this middle of nowhere backwater town? If for like, I don't know, cow milking technique or something that no one cares much about. What? Babe, what do you mean? It's a heck of a homecoming. But thanks for telling us, Ellie, and we'll keep safe. You better be safe too when you go home, okay? Eileen blushes at the girl's comment, leaving him speechless for a moment. Don't worry, I'm usually working anyway. Guess he still feels the same too. I'll go and head out now. Thanks for... Got him! What? Oh boy. Hold on. Sorry, kids. He needs help. He's hurdy-wordied now. The boss is gonna kill me. Come on, I'll help explain. At least the shakes here are good. Is that all you can think about after all of this? My tummy is fed and the sun is still shining, so let's walk around, check on everyone. After learning about someone getting killed? As if they'd attack in the afternoon. If they don't want to be found, they're gonna attack at night, guaranteed. Don't you remember that last episode of Crime and Prejudice with the body just laying there on the street? Jeez, that's not gonna happen. Kira, come on. If anything, maybe we'll earn a little more about it. So where to? Go back to the McAppy. No, let's go to the streets. I'm going to the streets. Eliam's right. People are still decorating. It looks even more festive than the past years. Even Myers Drugs got a dummy. They're just scared of the Save More Pharmacy to take their business. Look, Heather, they've kept their dummy up after all. It's gruesome after what happened. One's a murder. This is tradition. Everywhere else is changing, but not us. Honestly, this just sounds like a distraction from the power outages. Dear, don't you know what's causing those outages? I know what you're going to say, and it's not true. It is. Ugh, you'll never change your mind about it. It's those tales that spook some of the vendors on the street. Good. There's too many tourists here anyway. Some of them were cool. I don't know what that conversation meant. The two locals leave. Power outages, huh? So where to next? The train station? Why are we back here? Just checking to see if we missed any leads. Leads, like a detective. Yeah, you're not even denying it anymore. About the murder? Well, I know nothing about that, but come to think of it, more and more people have been coming and going here in Mysteria over the past few years. But more on the former, what with all the businesses and people deciding to settle down here. The population's gone up. I kind of miss the quiet good old days. Oh, this reminds me of what it was kind of like, to go back to my hometown, like the first summer after I had been away in college in another state. It was ridiculously different. It was so weird. The tourist influx is going to make things worse. No kidding. I hope you'll be safe, station man. Station master, but I'll take it. There's not many others here. Ow, watch it. Damn people getting in my way. Too many tourists and kids and everyone else here. Ray of Sunshine, isn't he? Sounds like he's some of the older folks who complained before, though he barely looks older than us. Must be rough to be so cynical so early. Okay, well, let's head out. So where to next? I guess we'll go back to McHappy Bee. I want to tell Eliam to visit us when he's not working. You could just text him. Just come on. Okay, so we're going back. He's not here. Who is this man? Welcome to McHappy Bee. Buy one and get half off buzzing McBurgers today. Who's this guy? His name tag says Ethan, and he looks like he's Elle's boss. The manager makes an annoyed huff. Yes. Do you know where Eliam went? Oh, him? He went home. Shift ended already. Like I said, just text him. I thought I could get him before he left. Guess you guys are his friends. Didn't know he had those. Anyway, if you're seeing him today, can you tell him something? I need to take a shift tomorrow. One of the other guys took a day off. We'll be swarmed with customers. Oh, man, doesn't he already work a lot? He does. And I really would like to keep him here while I can. But with the murder and the holiday, the manager sighs. I need all hands on deck. Big yikes. Yikes is right, lady. Nothing like Halloween tourism with a real crime. We'll pass on the message to him. Let's head to the town square. I want to check out what they've done there. Ah, right. The banquet will be in a few days, right? Just thinking about the free food makes me drool. What a dope. That's amazing. So they have a banquet every single year for Halloween. That would be amazing. Wouldn't that be fun to live in a town where everybody just gets to eat food for free? Oh my God. Like in a festival? Amazing. Mystery's biggest Halloween event. It's been years since I've attended the town banquet. Well, then let's go. Why? I would come back every year for free food. Whee! A blue-haired child in peculiar attire is noticeably zipping around the town square. She seems to be with two other kids bearing the same face. These children are cursed. I don't know what you're talking about. These aren't children. These are demons. The pair stares at Kira and Ame, almost as though they're staring right through your souls, because they're demons. The kids are dressing up already, huh? The energies feel different, though. Hi! Look, I'm a magical girl. The girls twirl around to show off her attire. Oh, yeah, you're very cute. Did you guys dress up for school? Yep. We made our own mini dummies. Mom said she'll pretend it's me, so she'll tell it bedtime stories and we'll be eating together at the table and other stuff. Someone called Child Protective Services. Your mom is gonna make. So I understand making the dummy is like a craft, but imagine like a child telling you. The mom is gonna pretend. I'd be like, sweetie, where's your mom? The twins giggle. It's somewhat eerie. Holy crap, I forgot they were there. It's funny, huh? How only this town makes these dummies. Most people dress up to blend in with the spirits. Yeah, but that's just how it's done here. It's mysterious, unique Halloween tradition. They'll learn the real history soon enough. What? You guys have to stop dropping. I am so uncomfortable. You can't just say this in casual conversation. I'm like, all of y'all can be the killers at this point. Anyways. Wait, don't they make dummies anywhere else? Nope. We can tell you about it, Nanami. Oh, sure. Let's get ice cream first. Okay. How are they all friends? I'm more worried that they're going to scare her so much that she tosses her dummy away. Oh, hey, you buggers. Fancy seeing you guys today again. Looks like you're both sightseeing, eh? Oh, hey, Elle. I thought your shift ended. Why are you in uniform? Reasons, because maybe you didn't have time to go home. Don't be so judgmental. God, calm down. But why are you guys strolling around without a care after what I said? You should have gone home. Why is everybody acting so suspicious? It's a holiday. Like, why can't they go? Everybody's suspicious. Everybody's the killer. That's my theory. She wants to investigate. And Amy jabs Kira with her elbow. That's true, but I'm really just checking on everyone first. That's what I like about you the most, Aim. Always caring. Even when I used to work for Coney Iceland. The swarms of kids weren't bad. It's the adults. Wait. Oh, okay. Sorry, that's just an accident. Okay. The swarms of kids weren't bad. It's the adults asking for tons of samples that bother me. Oh my God. Children literally aren't that bad when it comes to food service. From my experience, kids aren't that bad, but like the adults that like micromanage the way in which you build your sandwich. Atrocious. Yet you still visited. What are friends for? You ate a lot of those samples, you know? Kira avoids everyone's gaze. Guilty as charged. Honestly, if we made a dummy out of you, we'd offer it all the sweets. That's horrid. You'd ignore me for 3 days and give me dummy candy? You can't even eat. You could slow down on the sweets, man. Kira glares at Eliam. He did get spoiled on the dorm's dessert bar. I'm eating less now. Don't worry. The two stare at Kira and the chocolate on his hand judgingly. Less probably means half the bar instead of the entire bar. Oh yeah, your boss asked us to tell you to take tomorrow's shift. Boss? Oh, Ethan. Oh, good luck with work. Sucks that you have to work for the holidays. You got that right. It's so busy that we've had to hire some part-timers without filing proper papers. That's illegal. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's illegal. Don't tell anyone. Our lips are sealed. I was kind of hoping to hang out with you guys tomorrow. Bummer. No. If something happens to this man, I will murder everyone in this town. I will take the option to murder everyone in this town if something happens to Eliam. I'm already calling him best boy. He's the best one here. But hey, I'm close to getting promoted. No, you're not, sweetie. I know how food service works. You're rising up the ranks, huh? We're proud of you. Yeah, your hard work is paying off. Thanks. Anyway, I'll let you go home now. Come visit when you're not busy. Sure will. Saying work somehow lets up. See you around, you buggers. Well, then, time for us to head home and soak up. Hope your fridge is well stocked. Wait, so they're home from college? Damn, slam that door a little harder, why don't you? We're home. Who are you even talking to? Your parents are on vacation. I'm greeting the house. It misses me, and I miss it. I don't like that. What the? Power outage? Power outage. Nintendo console and game outage. Oh, they kept your console in the living room? Wow. So are they like brother and sister then? It's back. Oh, thank God. But you have to make dinner first. Right. for letting me crash here and all. No, they're not brother and sister. Wait, so the parents just held on to his console and never gave it back? That's sus. A town of murderers and thieves. Oh, smelling good. Smells like diabetes, but I don't want to cook tonight. At least what you're making was far away from Mom's container. What in the world was that? Your mom wouldn't forget food in the fridge so easy. I don't know, but you know how she is when she forgets stuff. Anyway, here's the news that thing Elle told us about. We weren't really able to learn much when we went around town. You would think that everyone in such a small town would have already heard the details. The murder, huh? And on today's report, the murder of a local man has shocked the small town of Mysteria. While famous for its Halloween traditions and rural charm, they weren't expecting a real crime during its busiest time of the year. This discovery heightened the rumors of missing people who may have suffered the same fate as the victim. Missing people, too? That's news to me. Shh, you're too loud! The victim, Hiro Serizawa, was found in the forest on the outskirts of town. The body was found shriveled up and discarded. Investigators are trying to figure out how the body ended up in that state. No other injuries were found. Jeez, that's horrifying. Thanks for the food, by the way. Yeah, I'm sure you feel like eating after that one. If you do an exorcism... we can't do an exorcism yet. I don't think that's allowed. Kira? Oh, sorry, here are your utensils. Thanks, but what are you looking at? Tips can be sent to the Mysteria Police Department. Shriveled up bodies, foul stenches? She tries to speak with her mouth full. It doesn't go well. Wasn't there a book we read with something like that? Had something to do with souls being sucked out of bodies? Swallow, please. Oh, I said it sounds familiar. We read it around Halloween, too, didn't we? I remember that we loved that as kids. In your attic? Yeah, we could look there and see if my parents kept it. After dinner. Of course, after dinner. Just imagine if they were connected, though. It's not gonna be, but it has something to do, right? And if it is connected, we can tell the police. But we'll only be here for a few days. Remember that. Man, you're no fun. I just don't want to get involved in something if I don't need to be. I'm just entertaining a thought. Just say that you're interested in the mystery, too, man. A little. We can at least just look at the books and see if my hunch is right. I'll take it. Yeah. Before we go, let me eat and plug my console first. I don't like that. Please stop with the sound effects. Oh, yeah. I, of course, would go up here. I would go up here, too. Yeah. Why not? Why wouldn't I go up here? Interesting. His effects are moving, hers are not. See, like, there's this grain effect on his jacket. This moves for her. I don't know if that's intentional or not. It hasn't changed much. Oh, okay, now hers is moving. Okay, it only moves when someone's speaking. That's interesting. That is interesting. That is an interesting choice. I thought they turned into a storage unit. What if they turn my room to a storage unit? Just concentrate on finding the book first. Click the items in the room to search. Spider. Oh, look, a spider. Look at that size. You've always been comfortable with insects, come to think of it. Didn't you try to eat one before? I was a kid, okay? Why do you remember these kind of stupid things? Because I want to remember all my time with you. It's kind of hot up here in the attic, huh? We better find that book because I'm getting drenched in sweat. I don't think that's why you're getting drenched in sweat. Hello? I kept my dummy? Wasn't that from the Halloween you got sick? No, they burnt that. To purify my illness away. God. This is the dummy they made when the family wanted to win Best Dummy. Oh, that year when Ridley Doodley won. That guy cheated. That guy had money to buy a master craftsman and do it for him. It wasn't fair. None of his family even laid a finger on it. I bet they just paid the mayor off. I wanted the free ice cream for a month. What? You know I just mooch off for you that entire month? It was gonna be for you. That would have been nice. Thanks for thinking of me. Yeah, well, nowadays I think you should lay down on the sweets. What's in this box? Oh my god, the book is right there. I'm clicking like literally everything else. Nothing to see. I think that there's everything to see. Any of these are the book. Sunset Love of a Vampire. Remember when the movie came out? You cried at the end. I was so bored that the tears were coming out of my eyes. And also, Nella got with Tedward. Yeah. Still a better love story than Twilight. Anyway, I checked. Don't think that these are the books we're looking for. Guess we should keep going. What's out the window? It's raining. Yes. If we hadn't gone home after seeing Elle, we could have been caught out there. No, it's drizzling with a chance of thunderstorms. Sure. Okay. Did you just explain to her what rain is? Aw, so cute. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna click. What is this? Nothing to see here. Clearly, there's something to see here. What the hell is that? Okay, whatever. Let's move on. Was this here before? Tales of Mysteria. Sounds like the game series. It's got a monster on the cover. I think that's it, name. I vaguely remember how we used to sneak up here to read it during Halloween's. Yeah, I think that was a thing for us, wasn't it? You could say it became our own little Halloween tradition. Now I'm feeling kind of nostalgic. Let's just flip through the pages until we find the husks. I too say things like that. This book is filled with illustrations. The town of Solil was like any other village, yet it was cursed with one thing: a monster, a devourer of souls. The man was found at the edge of the forest, his body shriveled like a raisin. If this is what happened to him after his soul was taken, then what about their friend? It is similar to the murder. When the pair followed the monster's path, plants rotted, swords were melted through. A stench wafted as they got closer and closer to the monster's lair. Speaking of stenches, I can smell your mom's food here. That's so weird. Is it because of the vent? There's no vent here. Guys, is there smoke? Is this like atmospheric, or are you being set on fire? But also they found the golden button of their friend's coat. He was near. They were near. They could save him. With that determination, they entered his lair and, that's it? I think it is. I remember that it ended like this. So every year you guys, okay, no. I think the house is on fire. That can't be it. We must have gotten a defective copy. Let me search online real quick. Huh? Tales of Mysteria keeps getting redirected to Tales of... Oh, right, the new game just came out. Wait, nothing about the book? Nothing, as if it didn't exist. Was it self-published, perhaps? It does say Tales of Mysteria, and the setting is very similar to our town. I doubt my parents will remember anything about it. They bought me a bunch of books as a kid. Still, where could they have gotten it from? The two paused in silence, finding not a single answer to... Fuck! Sorry. I apologize for my language. That scared the shit. Oh my god. I did not see that coming. Imagination. Or lightning. Yeah, lightning. That's it. Oh. This book? The two friends finally arrived at the monster's lair. The rot that permeated earlier had only worsened. They worried it might be too late for their friend when they heard his scream. Is this a sequel? A sequel with only one page? The rest are blank. It doesn't make any sense. We're just tired, right? Yeah, maybe. Though it's kind of exciting. There's nothing exciting about whatever this is. But the connections to the murder in this book are coincidence, I hope. You can't deny it, Kira. Let's just go to sleep, please. I bet this will make more sense in the morning. Makes more sense now. Nothing of this makes sense. I'm just gonna leave. Good night, Aim. Oh my god, he left her in. He left her in. Was it because of back then? The young man is sitting on the couch with a very concerned expression. I should apologize to her tomorrow. Never mind. Why did I apologize? This must be it. The police cars made it easy to find the victim's house. Thank you, Kira. I knew you wouldn't solve the mystery too. Yeah. What? Oh, sorry. Cool. What are you doing here? Walking? Uh-huh. I'm not answering more questions unless you're the police. Now scram. Are you... Just go! That must be the victim's wife. Other people must have been bothering her. Poor lady. Dang. She might want to know about the book. I think that's not something I'd share so easily. Like the regular book, not the other weird one. Howdy, kids. Are we in trouble? Unless you've got some kind of tip on the case, I suggest you lay off on Nora. That and you're possibly trespassing on private property if you stick around. Oh! Don't worry, I won't arrest you if you just come now. That's supposed to be reassuring. Name's Torinosuke Masuda. I'm a detective on this case, but I'm also, let's say, an acquaintance to the victim, so I'd like to help an old friend out. They used to date back in the day. Got it. Anyway. I don't know what's going on. I will be right back, friends. Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of bumperonis. I'm pretty sure that there's like really aggressive squirrels that live in this place. I keep hearing banging noises. Oh well. Anyways. Anyway, nice meeting you, Detective. Aim, we might have something that might help with the case. We can't bring that up. Aim. Really? What do you know? We have a book. It mentioned about a monster who leaves its victims dried up like the victim here. Hold up, let me see that. He just leans forward and stares at the cover. The man then takes a step back and casually blows a cigarette. Well, that is kind of important. Why's that? The book you've got there. The victim wrote it. But the author's name was Al Livingstone. It says right here. Could have been a pen name for Hiro Sarazawa. And that's exactly what it was. I've never read it, nor have I heard about it from those two, though. Seems to be some disappointment. Those two? I met Hiro and his wife. Think she was the illustrator? She's a pretty good artist. Though, I never thought she'd make something so dark. She's mainly one of those landscape artists. I see. Wait then, you've seen this other book. He wrote more? Please hand it over. What the? My phone. My nose. This smell. It smells like a corpse. Hold on, kids. Let me investigate. Please stay here and stay safe. Who would say that out loud? Who would say that out loud, babe? Wait, look. The girl takes out the strange book and began reading through the papers. Their friend was alive, and that was enough for them. They tread on despite the rotting flesh. Updated again. Is it the author? There has to be some explanation for what this is. Invisible ink, maybe. Activated by electricity? I didn't find anything, but I need to get a team around here to look around, even though the smell's gone somehow. Mr. Detective, look, this book got a new page. Oh, right. You wanted me to... It's only a couple pages long. The page disappeared when you were gone. It was only one page before. I'm sorry, little lady. I don't have time for jokes. Thank you for bringing the books back to my attention, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave here for now. But, understood. Let's go, Aim. Annoying. If he didn't leave then, he would have seen the new page too. He'd probably think like me, some kind of trick or light of ink. Invisible ink can't do this, can it? Anyway, we should stay away from that area for now. Fine, but we can look around, right? I don't think we're all the way here anyway. Let's check around the area and see if we can find more clues. Suppose we have nothing better to do. So where to? Let's just go into the deep dark woods. Let's do it. Dang, Babbitt, you've pooped on for the last time. What the... Huh? Who the hell are you kids? What are you doing on my lawn? What lawn? This is a forest. Wait, Kira, we know him. He's the old man who used to live across from me. What's he doing here then? I think he moved to senior apartments nearby. Mr. Garamond, remember me? It's Aim. I'm in the Komori family. Oh, my God, wait. Everybody here has a Japanese name. I'm saying her name wrong. It's Ame, isn't it? Komori, little Ame. God, it's been so long. You grew up, and now you have blue in your hair. Don't know if you have bleach in your hair. Don't you know you have bleach in your hair, you get the plague? Oh no, he's been on Facebook too long. And it's red, Mr. Garriman, not blue. I was gonna say, I was like, is he confused? How would you confuse these two faces? Wasn't he a nicer guy before? So that boy next to you is Kira, right? Ah, boy, even you have the bleach plague. You're the last of your family and you want to die young. Old people are mean. That's not what's going to happen, Mr. Garriman. That's because you think you're invincible. When you're young, everything seems possible. And then you get ravaged by the monster and you end up a shriveled husk. What? Just like that creepy occult man who lives over there. That's why he's dead, you know? He angered the monster. That's the only explanation. There's no such thing as monsters. That's because the bleach in your hair is blocking your mind from the truth. The monster exists and is hungry. It seeks sacrifices. That man was just the first victim. Our people have been forgetting to appease its will. We don't even adhere to our traditions like we used to. I bet you kids didn't even create your own dummies. Mr. Garriman, are you okay? Never better, dear. But I'd like to walk alone for a bit. Remember, the salon of Miss Irene is still open. She can help you color your hair back to its natural colors. Then maybe you'll believe me. Right, that man is ridiculous. I think he's just old. He was disrespectful, though. But a monster being real, like the monster in the book? Perhaps the monster in the book is inspired by whatever Mr. Garriman believes in? I wonder what could really be, though. So where to? Let's go to the neighborhood. Whoa, the officers came so fast. Think they've been around because of the murder. Halt, kiddos. Yes, ma'am. You heard anything around here about the murder? Nothing we didn't tell Detective, Kira, what was his name again? Torres something. That's Detective Toranosuke Masuna to you. Yeah, him. Huh? Minami? You didn't notice me earlier, Ame? Shame. It hasn't been that long since I graduated, right? I didn't know you became a police officer. That's because you were busy stuffing Jelly Ranchers in your mouth before the school bell rang. But anyway, did you see those tiger-shaped stripes in his hair? Those broad shoulders, his huge... Morisaki, you're on the clock. Are you really supposed to be a senior on this job? Anyway, if you already gave your report to Detective Matsuda, then that's fine. There might be some developments right now, so I'd like to ask you to leave. That's fine. We're really not just go. All right, then. We can go Detective Matsuda now. Yay! The officer stares at Minami judgingly. Just to make sure, give me a rundown of the case. What? Now. Yes! She gives the other lady a firm salute. According to the files, the murder took place 4 days ago around 1:30 p.m. The body was found in the forest near the author's house. The body had no signs of injury besides the fact that it was shriveled up. Morisaki, glad you took over the case. I just wish it had a connection to my missing persons cases. What, the one with all the outsiders? This guy lived here, though. I know, but the way he died was horrid. Agreed. And nothing like the department's ever seen. Nothing I've ever seen. You've only been here for a year, but I've lived here all my whole life. Maybe the old stories are true. Oh no, not you too. My mother-in-law kept mentioning the monster too. Shriveled up husks. Offerings to the monster. It's something that I've heard about all my life. Maybe there's some connection there? Maybe. But most importantly, we should tell Detective Masuda about it. And what? Give you his number? Yes. Let's head out for real before he grills us all. Yay! Good thing that tree was tall and thick. But did you hear about a monster growing up? Kinda. But my parents would dismiss it as urban legend and not talk about it. Grandma and Grandpa didn't say anything about it to me. Oh well, can't ask them about it anymore. Guess they didn't want to scare their only grandson. So where to? Can't believe there's this many establishments in Mysteria now. A few years back, you literally have nothing to find here except for that one McAppy bead. That thing's ancient. We didn't really realize that until we've been to the city. Yeah, back then Mysteria was our whole world. So I'm glad this little place has opened up and is now growing. So where to? Well, we've been everywhere. I mean, why are you staring just at the house? I don't know, maybe we could just look around it for clues. The detective said not to bother them, remember? They're a grieving family. Well, I'm not going to disturb them, but you look like you're loitering around. Come on, just take a peek. Seems normal. This isn't even where the body was. Hello. Holy! The young man almost falls backwards and takes a few moments to regain his composure. Hello? Hi, kids. What are you doing here? Could be asking you two the same question. This isn't a playground. This is our house. That would... Wait, so we're Ryan and Ringo Sarazawa. Our daddy was Hiro Sarazawa. I see. Then they must be going through a lot. Twins are never a good sign. This is like hitting all the like horror tropes, but in the best way. Oh, Daddy's book. Can I look at it? Yeah, sure. Ringo looks at Tails Mystery and points at the monster. Heh, it's Bubby. Cute. It has a name? Ringo called it that as a kid. But you're still kids. Dad liked the name too. He brought home things like Bubby. Or like the feet of Bubby. That's nice. What kind of job did he have? He wrote papers on Bubby things. Monsters, rituals, torture devices. Don't say that so casually. Yeah, that. But Bubby is nice. Bubby helps. He's a good boy. He just likes a nice flesh serving. But he can eat plants too when he's on a diet. I see. Ryan, where are you? Oh, I have to do chores. I'll help. Nice seeing you. And keep that book with you forever. Dad would have appreciated it. Bye-bye. Are those kids okay? They think the monster is real? Maybe that's what their dad said? Since they like monsters so much. Let's just go. I don't want to stay around here another minute. So where to? Are we going back to the forest? Do you think monsters are real? I mean, it's more fun to think they do, right? No, you're no fun. Babes, Oh, blue hair. Wait, wasn't she on TV? She talked about the corpse. You're a fine specimen. Have you ever considered donating your time for science? Just kidding, but caught your attention, didn't I? Wait, aren't you Saki? Hoping you remember me, little boy. Wait, who is this? Oh, you must be Ame. Sorry. I was his neighbor for a while when his grandparents were still alive. My clinic is nearby. Why don't you two drop by for a bit? Sure. Thanks for the snacks. Slow down there, Kira. So you two are home for break, huh? Terrible timing to return. Yeah, we figured. What about you? What brings you here anyway? Work. A detective called the office saying there might be another body. I was in the area, so I thought I'd take a look. The police officer shouldn't get all the fun. She's pleasant. If there's another body, wouldn't that mean it's a serial murder now? Who knows? So they were found at the forest, so could have died from an animal attack or an accident. Won't know until I see. They didn't tell me much in the first place. Oh, true. So another dead end, huh? You work as a coroner, right? Yep. Which is why this case is pretty interesting. Because of the state of the dead body? Correct. It's not that there are no external injuries on the victim. It's just that it's hard to determine what killed this guy because of its current state. Nor can we determine why the body ended up like this after just dying less than a week ago. If a new body will be found in the same way, it might help with what I'm dealing with this body. Honestly, it's almost supernatural. Then, would you say it's possible that a monster did this? When people understand something they don't understand, they often find a way to rationalize things. Science is, in fact, one of the things people use to make their rationalizations. And while I do prefer an explanation by science, I wouldn't rule out that kind of otherworldly explanation either. Makes things more fun this way, right? Sure. No, I probably shouldn't have said all of that, but you look like little detectives today. So in return, could you do me a favor? Like what? I don't know. Maybe letting me do some tests on you both for science? Absolutely not. I mean, it's probably not that bad. What the heck happened to Sagi ever since she moved? Ah, oh well. Anyway, gotta go. Nice catching up, Kira. Ugh, I hope I never see her again. She wasn't that bad, was she? You can totally see in her eyes what she meant by doing tests. She shouldn't do that. She works with the police. There's always the stuff out of work. That's also true. To shutter and soon leave. So where to? Boy, I don't know. I've been going in circles. What do you want? Okay, we go back. Come on, you have to remember something. You were the last person to see your husband. I've told you everything. Why can't you just believe me? Then explain what Detective Matsuda just found in the forest. I don't know anything about that either. We're getting nowhere. Remember the detectives deal with you. I know. And I fulfilled my end of the deal by dealing with you. So just go. And don't call me for more questioning. Remember to report anything you find to us. Pleasant. Oh, well, that means I can catch up with the detective. You think he really found another body? Only one way to find out. Hey, Ame, seriously? We're gonna be kicked out of here in 5 seconds. Not to mention it's quite late. It's difficult to see. It's dangerous out here. Shh. To proceed to hide behind a tree is urged by Ame. This way, right? Right. Just follow the stench. Yes, sir. The officers leave. It really does smell. It smells like it did in my house, huh? We should really leave this to the police, you know? I've humored you enough. Our connection to this case is just with a book from our childhood. But it might be the only connection this town has. So far, the only connection I've made is that whoever killed the author probably knew about this book. Or it could be the monster. It's not a monster. Those don't exist. Anyway, it's not worth breaking our necks over. We have nothing to do with this case. We don't have anything to do with this case. Let's just go. You sure? You sure it's not because you're afraid, Kira? A girl, someone was murdered. And she's just like, you're a baby. Like, okay. It's okay if you are. I think you might want to know more about this monster than you want to admit. That's not related. Why else would you be scared of mascot characters, huh? Who's there? Shoot, we really shouldn't go further. We totally should. There must be a reason why this strange book is in our hands. This can't all be a coincidence. If not for the murder, maybe for what happened before at least. Is that why you... This is ridiculous. The choice is obvious. Well, I guess we're gonna go... I'm going! Ame, please, I don't want to go further. You're right. I'm afraid it'll be that mascot again. That makes sense. At least you can admit it, but it's a stupid fear. It's still scary, and for what it sounds like, it might be real, and it's killing people. I guess if that's the case, then if it could help it, I'm the only person who isn't older than 60 anyway, who knows about it. You'll go? I'd go anyway, since you've made up your mind about it. You can't separate us. That's right. We're stuck together forever. But even in death. But let's go now, before the police find out we're following them. Think we've got everything? I think so, sir. Let's take our findings to the team. All right. Officers leave the area. Shouldn't we go after them? I mean, look, it's so messy here. How did they totally overlook this? I think they just didn't want to tamper the scene. Maybe they're getting a team to look in the shed. What the? Is it the Ha. Sorry, I don't know what that was, but it was from outside, and I didn't want us to get caught. You're good. I wanted to come here anyway, so I went in the end. Well, we need to sell some time for whatever that was, so let's look around. Click items in the room to search. Think I saw these feathers earlier. It's probably from... What is the stain? Gasoline? Why is there gasoline here? Why would you set a fire? Okay, that has blood on it. The chicken costume. What? Noodles. It's limited edition noodles. Oh no, like it totally belongs to the killer. Like, look at this. Okay, so we'll have to... What's in here? What's in there? Broken pair of glasses and a phone here. Okay. Huh, what's going on with the pickaxe? What's outside? Nothing? Nothing here. What about this? A ladder? No blood on it. An ordinary step ladder. Well, I've looked everywhere. Spider. No, okay, never mind. Okay, I know, dude. What is this block? I think we searched all of it. Ame, have you over... What the hell is that? Holy... Kira, I found this. What did it say about not touching the evidence? But it's a chicken head. I thought it might help you get over your fear, too. That's not how you get rid of fears. Anyway, put it back where you found it, please. Fine, I'm sorry. What am I going to do with you? You sure we got everything? Well, even if we did, now your fingers are on those feathers. You what? What were you kids even doing there? We were walking past here when we heard something suspicious. We hid in there. Why, is there a problem? You walked into a place with valuable evidence for our case, but since we haven't officially blocked it off, I can't blame you for going in when you thought you were in trouble. Yeah, we're sorry. The only thing you touched was a chicken head, I hope. Yo, is that important? Of course it is. You know where it's from, don't you? Who wants the shed anyway? Well, that's classified information. That's what I'd say, but it's really not. I'm certain what kind are you still in the old thing? He passed away some years back, though, so it's been abandoned since then. Hey, mister, remember the book we showed you? Yeah, I do. In the book, there's a monster that kind of looks like a chicken. And it's suspicious. Was the author targeted for some reason? By a monster? The only monster that exists is the guy who killed Mr. Sarazawa. Don't tell me the older folks got to you. You've heard about it too? Same tips I got for the other cases mentioned this monster. They kept saying that the monster took their son, their wife, their grandpa, and not that it led to any arrests. You're in charge of the murder case, right? You're spunky, aren't you? But yeah, what of it? We've lived here when we were kids and nothing really happens here, especially not murders. What can I say? Things change. Man, people moved in here for the past few years, me included. I actually just got transferred here a few weeks back. Oh, well, I hope you're enjoying your stay here then, mister. Minus the murder, that is. Oh, yeah, lively town. Kind of a shame, though. I was looking forward to enjoying the town's renowned Halloween festival. Speaking of Halloween, I haven't really seen a lot of dummies in the residence area, but there were quite a lot in the commercial area. Back in the days, we didn't even have that. All we had was a local marketplace and one Happy Bee. Now there are fast foods, pharmaceuticals, clothing stores, and more. Dummies. Oh, you mean those creepy wooden-looking scarecrows? Been wondering about those. I heard they're part of your Halloween celebration? Yep. Every year we carve those dummies from wood. Sorry. Quite like pumpkin carving them. Yeah, we dress them up as part of our family members and pretend it's them until Halloween. Then we display them outside our homes to be judged because there's a competition for best dummy. The chosen winner's dummy gets burned at our Halloween banquet. That sounds cursed. That sounds deeply cursed. He's like, oh, I don't want to live here. Hey, if you pretended the dummy was a family member, aren't you essentially burning them? Yes. Think I'll pass on making a tornus. Okay, dummy. My parents never really talked about the monster, but it seems to be a popular folktale around here. How about that's all it is, the folktale. Although most stories like that have a basis, a factual source, if you will. Does that mean the monster is real after all? No, I'm saying that this monster didn't just appear from thin air. It likely has roots from factual events or beliefs. That said, it's none of my business. Even if it could be the culprit, there is no monster, nor could it be the culprit. There's something about that's been bugging me about this, but I can't quite put it. Well, anyway, it's a good thing I came back and double checked if we forgot anything. But now that you know, you should head home and not come around here tomorrow, right? Okay, but did you find something here? I can't really talk much about it, but this shed is the most important lead we found. In that case, let's get going. It's late. Your parents must be wondering where you are. They're out of town, actually, but thanks for your concern, old man. I'm not that old, but since I'm nice, I'll escort you two out of here. Does he think we're brother and sister? What a day! Exactly. Seems like Kira's restocked his sweets the moment they reached home. Did you text Elian, by the way? Yeah, but he didn't respond. Most likely working anyway, so we can probably see him tomorrow. Yeah, you're right. There's tons of McHappy Bees. Yeah, but there's only one here in Mysteria. Don't you think... No, I hope not. I hope not either. Since we're already thrown into this mess, we might as well keep solving this case while we're here, no matter what the truth is. The next day... Oh no! The detective takes Eliam inside his car. They're probably questioning all employees working today. Hopefully it doesn't last too long. I hope Elle's doing fine. Maybe we can find someone else? The questioning could take a while. Or maybe we can take it easy for now and look around? Let's pass some time until we can get a hold of Elle again. Where are we hanging out? The town square. Kira, look. Don't make a scene, you two. No, what am I saying? Of course you won't. Hello. Hello. I'm sorry, we have something to do in this town. Hi. Ryan, no. Let's just get some food for dinner and go home. I want curry. Then we'll make some. Curry sounds good. How are you guys? Ryan, it's fine, Mom. It is another day. We cannot simply ignore everyone forever. Oh, is that Dad's book again? Oh, you mean this? We read it as kids. Our book. Something Hero and I created for our kids. It's just nice to see someone else have it. He self-published it, so we didn't really sell many copies. It was a fun story growing up, though I'm still confused about the ending. How'd you think of the idea of the book? It was Hero's idea, based on some urban legends of this town. He asked me to draw the monster based on my imagination and make it a little scary. Stories he'd heard about from the people here as a child had always been cautionary tales, to not wander in the forest near our house. And now... you don't have to explain more. We're sorry. No, I'm sorry. I've been trying to keep it together. Mommy, it was just nice to see Hero's work when he was alive rather than talking about his... Got it. But it's all right, Mom. Dad's in a good place. Death comes to all of us eventually. Okay, these kids killed their father. That is what he said before, remember? These kids are taking this really well. Were they prepared for this? He did say that, yes. Anyway, thanks for showing us the book. We have to get to dinner, right? Curry time. I shall make sure that Ringo helps out this time. I always help. I know I've been thinking that we shouldn't stick our noses into this, but seeing them, I understand how you feel. We'll try whatever we can to help them. Yeah, so where are we hanging out? The convenience store. Welcome to 7 Market. Hello. I'm just going to be over here. Sure. Only get 5 bags of sweets, okay? Only 5? So, yeah, what? Have you seen any McHappy Bee employees around? Nah. Usually they come here to eat something that isn't burgers and fries. Now they're saying that the guy who murdered the author worked there, so they should all be in questioning at the station. They said that? Not really said it, but there's been police here all day. What else could it be? Couldn't it have been some other crime? It's Mysteria. What other crimes do we have? Though I guess the tourist crowd's taking up space is annoying. Otherwise, nothing ever really happens here until Halloween season. It's the only thing we got going. Man, 5 was hard to choose. There's a 6th one squeezed in your arm. Damn, I thought you wouldn't notice. Well, that be all, unfortunately. You're gonna dig yourself in for an early grave, dude. Oh well, not my business. I'm only here for my paycheck. Maybe then I can quit all my other jobs. Other jobs? Actually, you do look kind of familiar. Probably because I work part-time everywhere. When you can't get a degree, this is the life you end up having. Anyway, here's your sweet haul. Nice. Thanks for helping us, by the way. No problem. Just take care. There's a killer on the loose. You take care, too. Oh, yeah. Ame. Elle texted me a while ago. So he'll probably be able to meet us tonight at McHappy Bee. Why did he message you instead? I asked him a favor. Might help you without figuring out this case. Well, anyway, it looks like we're meeting Elle tonight. Okay. Where are we hanging out? Town Square. Oh, we've already been here. Streets. Anyone? Not anyone I know. Ah. Oh, hello. You wouldn't happen to have more info on the case, would you? Nothing we didn't say to the detective yesterday. Lame. They're totally pushing us to make any progress on this case. The higher-ups? Yeah. It's really stressing me out, and Detective Matsuda. Even if his crazed brow just makes him more attractive. Ugh. But shouldn't they make it a thorough investigation because it's a murder case? Well, you know what, with Halloween and the community banquet literally tomorrow, they're both moneymakers from Mysteria, you know? They don't want to scare the tourists away. That's awful. Tell me about it. But with the new evidence pointing us towards this McHappy bee, pretty hopeful that we might nab this guy. I hope Allium is doing well with the investigation. Well, if you don't have any more info for me, I'm going to head back to work. The more time I spend with the detective, the better. How does she still have this job? I heard the police is understaffed, so we should probably get going. Elle should be back from the station soon. Thanks for waiting for me. They sure took their sweet time, didn't they? It sure was rough, and it's all because of this dumb mascot head. Jeez, Kira, you want it? No. Your rejection pains me. Why they didn't take it in is beyond me. Shouldn't this be evidence? I think that's because I ended up tampering it with my fingerprints. Oh yeah, here's what you asked for. What's that? I just asked for their employee roster and profile. They literally are ruining this investigation as they go along. I'm wondering if these two are the killers. For your project, right? What a Yeah, okay. Remember that's confidential, though. We're handing it over then. Well, then, as thanks for waiting for me, let me get you buggers some food. You have some ready? Weren't you closed all day? Yeah, but the part-timer Ethan and I ended up making some food earlier. We were starving after the questioning. Oh, then, sure. All we had were sweets. Sounds good. I'ma get your food. Ima, can you help me stash the costume? Can't you ask Ethan? I'm cleaning up here. What are you doing? Okay, whatever. I'll see you buggers in a bit. Don't have too much fun without me. Stupid Ellen, a stupid chicken head. Not gonna lie, that wasn't the coolest move of him. Or Mr. Chickenhead said she pulled him to shove, but decided to keep his lips zipped about it. I know. Shouldn't be scared of something like that since it's just a mascot, but he's, Yeah, he's probably still keeping it in, but I could tell that Elle's still pretty shaken. Anyway, you got anything from that? From what I could tell here, only Elle had an off day on the day of the murder. Only him? Elliam, Ethan, Heather, well, there aren't really that many employees in the first place, and on that day, all of them end duties. The murder supposedly happened at 1:30 p.m., but that would cover until lunchtime, so I imagine there's no way any of them could have slipped off during such a busy hour. It definitely looks suspicious from the outside, I guess. There's no way it's Elle. Wait, I know something that we can do while waiting for the food. Maybe it updated? Or the invisible ink is fading. Soon the friends reached the monster's castle. The screaming had ceased, the stench increased, and the castle was covered in thorns. They tried to hack the thorns away, but the thorns would come back stronger than ever. How will we get through? The knight asked his friend. Maybe there's an entrance we can't find. We should split up and look for it, replied the witch to the knight friend. But what if the monster gets on one of us? It's better one of us survives than none. At least one of us could save our friend. The knight thought his witch friend's world was over. What was the right choice? Kira, you're pretty close there, man, although it's pretty toasty. Sorry, I was just trying to read the book. Hey, don't be sorry, I knew that, but that's all that happened so far? I guess. I'm gonna... Bathroom. Okay, what's his deal? It's not like we didn't hug and hold hands when we were kids. What is he doing? Taking a dump? What's taking Ellie in? Should I check on them? I'm gonna go check on them. Ame, where are you going? Elle, Kira's been in the bathroom for 15 minutes. Want me to check on that bugger? Well, I guess that would make more sense than me checking on him. You've always been taking care of him since we were young, right? Like an older sis. I guess so, yeah. It's just what I've always done. And do you like that relationship? Huh? Playing like his older sister. I don't mind it. Like, being friends is nice. Kind of like you and me, Eliam. Oh, yeah. Friend zoned. I hope we can always be close like this, Even though we're not seeing each other every day. Hoping so, too. The fact that you've been on my side through this whole thing's a good sign. What? In the meantime, take these. Oh, wait, these are unfried chicken wings? So you can cook at home. Already covered in McAppy signature batter. Found out we ate all the food we made earlier. Hungry now, though. Anyway, let me check on him for you. It's fine, I'll check on him myself. Or we can both check on him together, just so someone can open the door? Sure, as long as you can hold on to the chicken. Got it. Where'd he go? He wasn't even in the restroom. He's happily eating. What are you doing? Eating sweets in the corner. Hungry. How come you weren't in the bathroom? I went already. When I came out, no one was there, so I ate and waited for you. Jeez, you scared us both. Keep it normal next time. Nuh-uh, you mean keep it peaceful. Hello, is anyone there? Oh, I got it. I was hoping to find something here. Like more evidence? Or do you have more questions? Why do you sound so suspicious of me? In fact, why are you kids even here? We're friends with this guy. Yeah, I just thought I left my keys here. Oh, these are yours. Thank God. Thought I'd have to go home with more sake. No problem, sir. Just happy you helped me out today. You did? Yeah. The others were grilling me like burger, steak, and an unplugged toaster, but this guy, he got me off the chain. Aw, the old man is a nice guy. Damn it, I told you that I'm not that old. It's only a temporary thing, like I said, but current evidence doesn't connect you to the murder case. Excuse me? It definitely won't, sir. I just wish the whole thing wouldn't affect my promotion. Oh no, Eliam. Anyway, good night. I gotta try to clean up more. Hopefully you don't have to close and the part-timers can work tomorrow. Yeah, I hope so too. See you later. Cool. Second time I've seen you near this case. Third, actually. Kira! Like we said, Eliam's our friend. But you also know that McAppy employee could be the culprit. We were there to check on him. I could see that. But if I didn't know any better, I think you two are trying to solve this case. Of course, I appreciate the help, but you two look like you're still in school still. Shouldn't you focus on that instead? College, we're on break. And our friends involved, he's probably innocent. Yeah, about that. Gonna be honest with you, the lads unfortunately are a prime suspect. It's all circumstantial, so we can't pursue it much without getting more evidence. Under normal circumstances, anyway. But that's not fair. If anything, it's the monster. It's not a monster, but it's probably someone who has access to that costume. But the feathers. Exactly. We'll just have to look more into it. I know I said to let me know if you have more info, but only if you bump into it or something out of your friend's mouth. Don't pursue this yourself. See ya. Kira, are you trying to get Elle arrested? Of course not. I don't want to be responsible for this. But if he did it, then what can we do? He didn't do it. There's no way it's Elle. Why don't you believe in him? I do. I don't like the idea of him being a killer any more than you do. He's our friend, but if he did it, was he really our friend all along? We can't let the culprit get away with this. A family lost their father because of them. I'll make sure that the evidence we dig up proves his innocence. This is personal now. That's right. I mean, it's always been. First, one of our favorite offers is killed. Now it's our friend getting suspected of killing him. And we'll work together to solve the mystery, right? The mystery of Mysteria? I mean, that's exactly what this is. The two of us have done so many things with each other. Let's let this crime-solving thing just be one more thing we do together. Sounds like a plan, partner. Hey. Yeah? You can let go now. A few more seconds. My hands are cold. Jeez. All right. How are the lights going off outside? Look. Oh, there's a mascot. He's got a machete. Let's run. Sir? What? Okay, no. Grab. Okay. A machete. Oh, kids, get in. Sorry, can we look at this sprite? Sorry. All right. You're a lifesaver, detective man. Okay, I prefer that over old man, but take it easy, you two. Tell me where your house is. Oh, yeah, it's... So that's all you remember? A chicken attacking you? Yep, someone with the McAppy costume. God damn it. Just checked all those employees today. At this rate, that Elian kid's gonna get what? Accused of murder? Let's just say the higher ups really want to close this case ASAP. They'd even make him a scapegoat to make sure their Halloween tourist money comes in. Just because that kid's parents isn't from here. They even have a story weaved up as his motive already. Parents died in fire, seeks revenge by fire, that kind of BS. That's horrible. How could they? But he has an alibi. Yeah. It might not matter unless we find the killer quickly. Man, I think the police department here would be so messed up. Tell me about it. You sure it can't be the monster? For God's sake, it looked like the mascot, not the monster. Besides, if it were the monster, it would have done a killing spree long before this whole thing. Why would it go around killing on its own now? Hold on there, kid. Do you know what this monster looks like? Just tell him what you saw before. Like he said, he needs to find an answer quickly. It just doesn't make any logical sense. Well, this whole case isn't making a lot of sense, so go on with it. Anna, sorry, stress. That's all right. It's stupid, okay? When I was a lot younger, when my parents had just died, my grandparents took me to that McHappy Bee, left me to play in the place baseball pit while they ordered. I was the only one there, so I was having a fun time by myself. I dived into the pit, then stuck my head up, and I saw it, looking at me with its head right outside the pit. I thought it was the McHappy Bee's mascot then, but then I realized that this monster's different. It doesn't even have feathers, but it has a long neck, and its eyes are like an empty void. Oh, I see. Does it sound like any monster that's been described to you? Well, thing is, people have talked about the monster, never really said what it looked like. So it's an old folk tale then? Unfortunately, yes. Unless I believe something with my own eyes, it's hard to believe its existence. I understand. That's why I don't talk about it. I want to think it was just some imaginary creature my child mind made up. How is there lights going off inside not the headlight? What the heck? My phone still works. Turn on the light on the phone and pull out the book. What are you kids doing with this? Proof of the monster. Maybe. Crap, it stinks again. I'll pull down the windows. It still smells. Hey, look. The friends decided to skate together. Even though it took longer this way, they were able to help each other out of the traps that would have surely killed them. Along the way, they found one living man wrestling with thorns. The witch summoned a fireball that burnt the thorns and set the old man free. You saved my life. I can't thank you enough, the old man said. Are you here to find the monster too? No, said the knight. We're here to find our friend. He was taken by the monster. If he was, he surely is dead. I was looking for my friend too. His body was shriveled and left in the courtyard. That's him. He's not dead yet. The knight and the witch rushed toward the sound, hacking the thorns. Wait for me, yelled the old man, chasing the pair through the hole they made through the thorns. He thought he saw a man in the distance, with the creature so ugly he could barely put his eyes on it. What am I looking at? I'm not sure. We hadn't seen the words show up like this before. Now does it look like it was invisible ink? Shh. Anyway, kids, let's get into your house. Thanks for taking us home, by the way. Of course. But can I ask you to stay for a little longer? I know I don't want to waste your time, Mr. Detective. You want to discuss the case more, right? Would that be okay? Your family won't mind, will they? I'm the only one at home these days. My ex-wife had custody of the kids ever since we separated. Oh, I'm sorry. Nah, don't worry. It happened a while back. And tonight the three of us share the same goal. Figure out who the real killer is. Yeah. But can we eat first? We didn't get to eat. Same here. I'll fry these wings real quick then. This is so good. Have you ever had McHappy wings? I have, but it's especially delicious after a day of running around interviewing people. Isn't it? You can thank Al for the chicken, by the way. If you're going to butter me up about your friend with this, it isn't happening. Worth a shot. Let's just review what we know so far, then. That sounds like the most logical. Fine. I'm just telling you it isn't Al. We hear that another body was found. What happened to that? Okay, so there is another. Many of the bodies that were found were burned before being dug in the grave. Whoa, what? What? We didn't know there'd be bodies. Guess you wouldn't know. The higher-ups made sure to keep the media hushed about this for obvious reasons. They burnt the bodies just how, like, we burned the dummies. I feel sick. But those bodies were burnt, right? What about Mr. Serizawa? Wasn't his body found in a bizarre state? How could you tell that his case and those cases could have the same person behind them? We don't. But we did find your hero's body with feathers that we've confirmed to be from the mascot. Hello, welcome. I see. I guess it'd be a scary thought to think that there'd be another killer in town. So the question would be, why would this killer do that? I have a theory. The culprit. First off, I'm pretty sure that this is a human we're dealing with. It was someone who has access to the McHappy costume. But you question everyone who works there, right? Sure did. They take turns on who wears that costume, so all McHappy employees had access. It was probably the employee who's left at the McHappy tonight, which, yes, includes Eliam. Remember, all the employees have alibis for the day of hero's murder, besides your friend. It can't just be him. I mean, he can be weird, but he's so nice once you get to know him. He has no motive to kill. Motive, yeah, I've been wondering about that. What is it? Because if you guys kept thinking about the monster and how people believed in it. Talked to some of my staff who were from here. One of them mentioned that in their history, there had been a time when the settlers of this town had tried to expand this town to make room for more people. When they tried to cut down some of the forest, any dying person during this time would become a shriveled husk. Oh, I think I remember this from school. Not the shriveled husk part, though. They thought the logging was angering the spirits, so they stopped cutting down the forest, but that wasn't enough. So they made it. We are playing Tales of Mysteria. So they made a human sacrifice out of the townsfolk. And supposedly that appeased the spirit? Is that the origin of those dummy things that some people put up things for Halloween? Sure is. Did they really sacrifice a human back then? That was the theory. But I think I've heard that it's more likely they made an effigy based off a townsperson. We've been talking about spirit this, sacrifice that. By any chance, would the spirit happen to be the monster people were talking about? Well, it looks like it. I guess we knew the monster more than we thought. Somewhere along the way, the spirit became a monster in our town's tales. I see. That does support my theory, though, that someone might have been trying to appease the spirit by killing people. That's terrible. Thanks to the coroner we call in, we've identified the burnt victims. Looking into their identities, all of them are outsiders. I can't go into details, but the victims seem to have been carefully chosen. Most of them didn't have families anymore, that they moved around a lot, like peddlers or backpackers. We've also confirmed that they are the people who were filed in our missing person reports. So I'm assuming it's someone who dislikes the influx newcomers and tourists, or perhaps someone who had gone through some hatred due to what they are and was taking it on visitors to this town, using the spirit as an excuse. I don't like what you're implying. Neither do I. Did anyone else think besides Eliam sound like they could fit that motive? Sound disgruntled. It's the guy that works at all the part-time jobs. It's the guy that works all the part-time jobs. It's the dude that was at the convenience store and the dude that was at the train station. He doesn't like the new people. The manager was rather temperamental, and the other one wasn't exactly the friendliest. But after listening to them all, I couldn't narrow it down to anyone. Man, this is tough. The last thing I point is, I think the person who attacked us probably knows that we're trying to help solve the mystery, and is possibly desperate, because they attack you right outside McAfee. Yeah, who would do that? They probably killed all those other people in the forest. Sounds like we might be close then. And I think we might have enough information to go after one person before they decide on arresting your friend. It better be the right one. But if we get it wrong, we won't have time to say Eliam. I'll just take it. Who do you think it is? What was his name? Oh no! What was his name? Convenience store guy. He might know something. I asked him if some McAfee employees came in, and he talked about being annoyed with the tourists. He also mentioned that he works a lot of part-time. Could he even work part-time at McAfee? There's some coincidences you're saying, but nothing I can actually work on. You have no proof that he worked part-time at McAfee. We're at the shed. We found... I don't know. Oh, right. That was only available in select convenience stores, the ramen. Huh. Afraid that isn't enough. But you're getting there. If you can provide another connection. When they attacked us... The machete? No. Oh, the mascot had an apron. No, okay, never mind. Not physique. Ethan. It's not... It's Ethan, right? Heather was someone else. Wait. Ima? Was it Ima? Hold on. Was it Heather? Ethan? Ima? Huh. Oh, okay. So it was Ima. Hello. Brute force through all the questions. It's the convenience store guy. Come on. It's the convenience store guy. You're a lifesaver. I wouldn't get excited just yet. If this I'm a person, the cashier, and the same person, we're screwed. Because otherwise, Ima wouldn't have known that we're pursuing the... Okay, hold on, loves. Hold on. It's definitely... Whoa, stop. Oh no, I broke it. Guys, I broke it. Guys, I legitimately broke it. Oh my god, that was terrifying. No, 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 no. Stop. It's Ima. Hold on. Okay, save. We're saving. And it's Ima. Okay. Making us a target. We shouldn't be discussing these things in public. Maybe the magic book can help with us. Yeah, let me just open it up here. Oh, no update. Well, we could have used it too. Maybe we should just think about something else? My brain is as fried as a chicken we just ate. I think we should. Why don't we sleep? Can you sleep with this situation? Can we play a game? A game. Yeah, I think that'll work. I'll go set it up. Got him. How the heck did you do that final strike? It's just a matter of timing. You bait him with this move and then body slam him like pow. You're good at like every game we play. You just trap him and bam. That's how you play this character. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Trap. That's how we can get the killer. But shouldn't we tell the detective? He's already on the case. But what if the killer manages to slip away? There must be a reason he still hasn't been caught after all this. He might be craftier than we suspect. Should we really put this on our hands? What makes you say we could do it if the police couldn't? Easy. It's because we're dumb college kids, so he'd underestimate us. I mean, if he didn't, why else would he come out in the open like that to try and go after us directly? Besides, mulling about it won't help, Elle. Actions will. Yeah, you're right. We can't let him slip away somehow. Yeah, we're on the same page. You know, the killer probably had some connection to the monster. Perhaps they're looking for their next victim. They're probably mad at us. You think we can get targeted on purpose? I'm not sure. I mean, we're sort of targets already. I don't even know if this will work, but it's either this or we sit idly by and leave everything to police. So what's our next move? You know, the killer probably has some connection to the monster. We can trap him with his belief on the tails. Yeah. Wait, how will we do that? The killer probably knows we're onto him. That smell again. This looks like the forest outside Mysteria. I don't like the noises. The monster. That's the monster I saw as a kid. He's beautiful. And I wonder if it's a sign, maybe, that we should have a trap there. If this guy possibly worships this monster, then maybe we'll go back to the forest. Even if he get caught, might not matter. It's so vague but my gut says so otherwise. I'm glad you're accepting the book for what it is. Magic. I don't know how else to explain earlier today, you know? All right, but how will we trap him? I got the perfect idea. Something that'll totally catch a criminal. So what is it? I'm thinking what we need is some stinky food. The dummy. What plan did these kids concoct? They just told me to come here. I told them I handled this. Well, at least they said something rather than moving on their own. Huh? Hello? Hi, detective. It's Kira. We can see you from where you are. Can you see right there? What? I mean, yeah, what's the plan? We'll lure him to try and attack us. Okay. What? Talk quieter, detective man. We have a dummy of Ame that we're using to attract the killer's attention. We think they'll target her because we think the killer's onto us. But when they're not looking, bam, we'll get the killer. We brought some other things to attract them. It's not foolproof, but it's something we were here to do last minute. Kids, you're using yourselves as bait? Don't worry, we got this. This is foolish. Thank you. I'm glad you love my hat. I'm trying to wear spooky. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is like a very Wednesday Addams kind of top. I figured Spooktober, I should be a little spooky. Please, sir, just believe in us. It'll help this guy get arrested faster, I think, if you stick around and listen to us. Oh my God. Well, I can't do anything else. I told the department to give me one more day after telling them about the employee discrepancy. Please stay safe, kids. Please. We will. Thank you for believing us. God damn it. This is what I get for trusting a couple of kids. What the hell is that? What the royal hell is that? No, that is cursed. I don't want to deal with that right now. Treat dummy Amy well. I don't think we will. I think we should light her on fire. Don't forget, we should lead him to the detective, okay? Yes, and that's straight ahead. I've got this. The food smells so bad, but I hope this works. It's getting dark. I don't like all the sounds. Ame? I thought I told you to stay put. I'm sorry, I heard something behind me. What? Shh. Hello? Maybe it was a dog? You. Kira! The dummy! Fuck, I missed. Okay, this is totally convenience store, man. What is this giant ass sword? You edgelord. You Sephiroth little ass bitch. Oh my God. Crap, run, where do we go? Just pick the way out of the fort. What the hell? Don't you give me a quick time event. Don't you dare. Right. Oh, no, thank you. Hide? Where are you? I knew you ran this way. The smell. I knew it was you. I knew it was you. I said it. What is wrong with your mouth? Sir, black lipstick is not a good look on you. It's not a good look. It really is that cashier. Scary to think that that kind of person handled kids while donning that mascot. Ame, did you bring the food with you? That's why it smells. I think we can commence our plan after all. Okay, go for it. Forest deity, where are you? I've seen you before. When I buried that author, remember? Please show yourself to me once again. I'll wait no matter how long. What the? Huh? You're under arrest. Damn it, I forgot he was nearby. Oh, screw it. Kira, you guys are... What the hell is this? You stupid kids! Stay right there. Kira's trying his best to hold the young man in place. No! Oh my god. Kids, let me take care of him. No, this is all a mistake. You're under arrest for the murder of Hiro Serizawa. You have the right to remain... Shut up! The deity needs you. It needs your soul to be appeased so that it won't turn its wrath on the town. Can't you see? I'm trying to save you all. You all need me. I killed those outsiders to protect the rest of the town. What's with this deity thing he's talking about? No idea. First time I've heard of the monster being called a deity. You killed innocents and you dare call that protection? You just admitted to killing the other victims, by the way. You'll be in the slammer for the rest of your life if you're lucky. Oh, fine. You'll see that without me, that deed will bring catastrophe to this land. Don't say I warned you when Mysteria's burned to ashes. Oh, over there. What is that? Hi. Oh my god, you're so cute. Hi. Do you see him? He's here. Holy mother of... I told you, devour this town or forest entity, devour it all. He looks confused. Hello? Uh-oh. Pointing it towards the crazed man. Hey, babe? The flame starts burning brighter and stronger. Despite that, it only emanates comforting warmth. No one understands what the being is trying to do. Ha! I told you all. It recognizes me. Release me now and I'll spare you all. I think it's the protector of the forest. Begins to turn dark. The flame is ice cold, suffocating, spiteful. My face, my skin, it hurts. I can't. Oh my god. Didn't that light touch us too? Will we be okay? For some reason I feel the light's grudge isn't directed at us. Oh. Divine retribution. Hi. Wait, no, come back. He just lost consciousness, but he's alive. Seems to have some weird burns, though. You are real. That looks nothing like the McAppy mascot. What's going on? It's their friend. They weren't joking. He's their friend. He's their bestie. Bubby. You're the one in Hero's research. Where is he? Where is my husband? Bubby is confused. Bubby's like, you're welcome. And so the witch, the killer, and the old man were able to destroy the true killer and free their friend. To think that the monster was our friend, the witch said. He always was, said the knight. We just didn't understand what he needed to do. Oh, so is Bubby the dad? And that husk is just him, like, shedding his human skin? And it's just, like molting. You know, like how lizards molt? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Bubby is Hiro. Hiro? The book begins to shine. Light particles are rising from the book and they start to dance around Nora. Nora, I'm sorry for leaving you and the kids so early. I just heard a sound during our picnic together. I thought it was the spirit of Mysteria I heard so much about. Instead, I saw a mascot burying a corpse. It rushed to me with a shovel in hand. I couldn't remember what happened after that until I met the spirit here. The spirit of Mysteria is a guide of souls, a guardian of the forest, neither monster nor deity. It guides souls so that they wouldn't lose their way. He's been watching me this whole time, you know? Okay, so never mind. He's not Bubby. Had he? Of course, Mommy. We felt him too. He and I worked together to help these two children solve the mystery. I couldn't leave you all with a killer nearby. I'm really thankful for you, Alma and Kira, and you, Tora. Cruel of you to break your promise of touring me here for Halloween. It was nothing. You inspire us as kids. Why wouldn't we help you? Thank you. I can now pass on safely. Nora, take care. I'll always watch over you. Yes, I will. I'll make sure to take care of the children. Bye, Daddy. See you again someday. I love all of you. Goodbye, dear. The light returns to the monster. Nay, spirits of the forest. Other light orbs also rise from the ground as they travel behind the creature, where it shows them the way to their eternal rest, with the light of its lamp as their guide, until the next time they cross paths again. Oh wait, that was it? Damn. Well, 10 out of 10 for the monster. I really loved his design. He was adorable. I loved him. Really good game. Some errors here and there when it comes to the writing. I noticed like a few typos here and there, not a big deal. I really liked all the CGs. I really liked the art style. I think that they put a lot of effort into like the environment and kind of building this idea of the town. It's very short, but it's sweet. I mean, you can play it in like an hour and 30, and it is free, by the way, on itch.io. You can download it for free on itch.io. It was really good. I really liked it. I like the design, the sound design. Surprisingly, sound design isn't something that normally grabs my attention in visual novels, but I think that isn't something to overlook when you make a visual novel. Because sometimes there are visual novels that just don't have sound at all, and it's very like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of a very hollow feeling, but here, when there was sound, like I would jump, I was spooked, I was scared. Like every time that there was that buzzing noise, I was freaked out. I really liked the story. I don't know what else there is to say. I mean, like, really good job. Few bugs here and there too. I guess I can point those out because we did have that bug when I was trying to go back. That's probably just like a Renpai thing that happened. So, not a big deal at all. Oh wait, what? Oh, this is where all the sound designs came from. Wow, that is a lot of different sites for sounds. RPG Maker VXA, so they grab the slash, the knock, the monster, the open. That's why the knocking sound kind of sounded familiar. Because I've built, I think, I've made one game in VX Ace, I want to say. No, I did not. I just used assets that were meant for VX Ace. I thought about it. A lot of music by Kevin MacLeod here. He does really good music. I would just definitely that's a lot of music. I don't know if Kevin MacLeod is royalty free or not, or if he I don't know if that his work is public domain, so to speak. If I recall correctly. It's why the Kevin MacLeod's like music is really good. I'm not saying anything against it. It's just he does copyright it because I know this because it does. Yeah, you have to credit him. Not sure. I'm not gonna like talk about that, but yeah, you have to credit him because otherwise stuff could get flagged potentially. Just his work isn't available for free. Royalty free doesn't necessarily mean free. I know that sometimes if I have the sound on too loud or if I use like audio that has Kevin MacLeod stuff in it, sometimes that will get flagged on YouTube. So just something to note if you want to play this game for your own like streaming or yeah, just something to note for the developers. Be careful, guys. So the case of the Halloween murder of Mysteria came to a close. Who said it's the end? The Halloween banquet is just about to start. There's no way we're missing it. Agreed. No one can stop me from raiding the dessert table. Dude, all you eat is like dessert. Are you alive? Like, are you okay? How does one sustain himself off of that? Our Halloween celebration is based around the spirit of the forest, was it? Bubby, was it? Mrs. Sarazawa said that according to her husband's research, Bubby takes care of the souls here in Mysteria so that we wouldn't be plagued by evil spirits. Though there's the unfortunate side effect of leaving the body to look like raisins. In a way, it's our own personal guardian, huh? Yep, so it appears to those that are dying or those who have died. It's very docile, though, contrary to its appearance, so it wouldn't cause harm to any living being. What happened to Ima wasn't its doing, but the grudge of the souls that reside within the lamp. Talk about don't judge a book by its cover. Apparently, it probably appeared before me because my parents' souls refused to leave my side, so it came to collect them. It's coincidence that the Sarazawa family came to the forest tonight. Apparently, they wanted to celebrate their Halloween night with their dad, so they visited the forest. At least Mr. Sarazawa got his justice, and he got to say his final goodbyes. And don't forget, Elle's name finally got cleared too. I'm kind of amused that he has no idea what we just went through for him. I'm pretty sure he'd do the same for us if the situation were reversed. We'll be seeing him later tonight at the banquet, and I'm excited to tell him the story. I'm pretty sure he'd just be upset that he didn't get to join us. Well, maybe next time. I vote for no next time. There's one thing that's bugging me, though. Why was Ima convinced that the spirit of the forest is a deity? Well, I guess that's a mystery. That we have to solve? Ame, no. Race to the banquet. Our investigation starts there. This is my life now. I guess I don't mind. Hey, Ame, wait up. Ooh. The end for now. Oh yes, I would love to see a sequel. Very, very good game. Very, very good entry. Very, very much 10 out of 10 on IGN. I say very profoundly, guys. So we're gonna jump into another game. This game is called Conjure Her. It is also, again, all the games that we're playing tonight is a visual novel. This one appears to maybe have some point and click elements. So let me go ahead and take a look at it. But we're gonna go ahead and get it geared up here. We'll see how it works. Something to note about all these games. Oh, no. AVG is flagging it. Stop doing that, AVG. Stop it. AVG, don't do that. My antivirus is flagging it. So hopefully it won't crash. Stop it, antivirus. Dang it, antivirus. Okay, there we go. Here we are. We can kind of play. I think that we kind of do have some assignments for this, but I think in the end, like when we're kind of deliberating, I don't think I can talk too much like on the judging process itself. But I think that we kind of narrow down, we need to narrow down at least to some extent, like what games we want to, what games that we think would succeed the best here. Sorry, I don't think I can talk specifically about how the games are judged. I'm sorry. It's a good question. It is a very good question. I don't think that I'm privy to talk about it, so to speak. That would be funny. So we saw that you did a stream last night and you gave away information you weren't supposed to, and then I just like shrivel up and die on the inside. Okay, it has to work this time. We've got the shadow. You sigh in exasperation. As an herbalist witch, conjuring spells are not exactly in your wheelhouse. But ever since your beloved cat Shadow passed away in his sleep just 3 days shy of his 16th birthday last week, you've been hoping to have a final cuddle and say a proper goodbye. Shadow's brush, food bowl, and favorite roll of empty toilet paper lie before you on the floor. Take one more peek at your spellbook before giving it another goal. The Conjure. Establish a temporary line of communication between yourself and an individual who is recently crossed over. Choose 3 objects that belong to the deceased individual. Be sure to choose with care. The individual's feelings about the objects will color their frame of mind when they appear before you. Draw a pentagram and place the objects at its peak and valleys. Place candles to the east and west. Recite the spell and conjure. Spell. Be with me from where you are. Ma'am? Oh God. Oh no. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh no. 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 Okay. I like the little addition of the notes. Oh God. I want to color it in completely. When you're in elementary school and you're learning basic motor skills. Oh God, that looks so horrible. Oh my God. I'm going back over it. Look, I did it. I don't think I did it right. Still not working. It appeared they're inspired text only after last night. If you lost your temper and hex the book with an exposed secret spell out of frustration. The classic conjure is relatively simple in its execution, but a great exertion of power is required to summon an individual from the other side. Give your spell the extra boost you may need by harnessing the chaotic energy of unstable emotions, especially those that connect you and the deceased individual. Guilt, shame, and regret are 3 of the most potent due to their unique ability to deepen rather than fade over time. That sounds like you need therapy and not and you need to not conjure some stuff, but I am not here to judge. I say judgmentally as you ponder. Why are you making fun of me? As you ponder what exactly the tip is telling you to do, the phone rings. Hello? A nervous nasally voice is on the other line. Yes, is this Miss Mia? That's me, to whom am I speaking? I'm a representative of an individual who is your acquaintance some years ago, Professor Evangeline Cito. I don't know how to pronounce that name, I'm sorry. Sorry. At the sound of her name, you feel deep and low in your gut, the skittering panic of a rat running for cover when a light turns on. I guess I know her. What does she want? There's a long, uncomfortable pause. She's dead, Miss Mia. You brace yourself, expecting, oh my god, your ex-girlfriend and your cat died? Lord, that's hard. That's rough. You brace yourself, expecting a gut punch of emotion for this woman who was a larger-than-life presence during your time at Briar Patch Academy for Gifted, which, oh, she was just your teacher. I am so sorry for implying that you slept with your teacher. Jessica! Did you? I'm sorry. That meme. If you guys know what meme I'm talking about, the apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. It triggered memories. But all you feel is a noticeable absence of feeling, a negative space in your chest with a cold, dry, unstable center. Why are you telling me this? Professor Cito and I haven't spoken since I left the academy. It's been 20 years. I understand, Miss Mia, but my job is to handle all of Professor Cito's final affairs, including the administering of her will. That is my reason for reaching out today. Her will. I'll read an excerpt of it with your permission. Boy, are you a lawyer? For Mia, although ultimately a disappointment, she was one of my most memorable students. I leave her any 3 objects from my office. She can choose them herself. May she find better use for all that frivolous old crap than I did. Spring can smile to yourself. You can almost hear her deliver these lines in her flat, throaty rasp, backhanded compliment and all. This is Conjure Her. Yeah, this is Conjure Her. For half a second, you feel flattered that she remembers you. You then immediately hate yourself. Okay, I guess I'll come over. I don't know. I don't know what went on between you and Professor Cito, but I do understand from my dealings with her that she had a very specific personality. You can just come by the school, I can prove you were there, I can process this part of the will, and then we can both move on. I promise that I will not bother you again until after you've done so. Without giving you a chance to respond, he hangs up. I guess I'm going back. You close your eyes and recall the headmistress's office. Its knickknacks and smoke-filled air, all these tentacles curling luxuriously out of the tank, and her desk, the deep crack in its crack in its singed and smoldering. Will it still be there after all this time? With a sinking feeling in your stomach, you grab your things and head to the office. Professor Cito's office looks exactly the same. It even smells exactly the same. A mix of incense, recently lit matches, and a briny salt smell from Ollie the Octopus's aquarium. Poor girl. Though this can't be the same girl, you still remember from Professor Cito's bio class that octopuses only live a maximum of 5 years and usually less. I never wanted to know that information. They only live 5 years? That's horrifying. I thought, that's sad, bro. Have you guys ever seen that documentary about that octopus that was in love with the researcher? It's a legitimate documentary. It's really sad. It's sad. You take a look through Professor Cito's office. Oh. How can it still burn after her death? You think back to the orientation day at the academy. A room full of little girls barely old enough to hold a wand, writing on their deepest, darkest desires for a sigil burning ceremony. When we burn our sigils, they cease to exist on a physical plane, but a seed is then planted in our subconscious. It will grow and grow until our desire comes true, until we die, whichever comes first. That is the best way to keep our unconscious calibrated towards what we want most, even when it's not at the forefront of the mind. Priscilla Thatch, the daughter of one of the wealthiest witch families in the world, who only went on to bully you and most of the other girls who were at the academy on scholarship, raised your hand. My mommy is a very special witch. She says that the secret to life is being content with what you have. Wanting more just leads to unhappiness. Your mommy sounds like an absolute cliche of a rich person, Professor Cito had shot back. And that attitude means she's already halfway to the grave, at least metaphysically speaking. Okay. Desire is the purest and most authentic life force that exists. When we stop knowing what we want, we start doing what others want instead. This is not something I would recommend. Line up, girls. It's time to burn. No, I don't want that. That sounds lame. Cephalopods are brilliant, elegant animals, the world's smartest invertebrates, but their entire existence is an exercise in wasted potential. Take the common octopus, for example. Her favorite animal, the common octopus, said it always surprised you how tenderly she took care of Ollie because she knew she didn't like animals in general, even familiars. You've seen her kick a student's cat once or twice when it scampered from one of the dorm rooms out into the hallway. Okay, well, then maybe she deserved to die. I really don't feel bad about this woman. I feel like we're going to take these things and conjure her. Don't want to. Not for cat kickers. No, thank you. She lives only a maximum of 2 years, but does not die from old age. After giving birth, the female octopus eats her mate. It's her last meal. Then she sits over her brood, nourishing it with her own body, slowly starving to death. Some of the more spirited ones even rip their own tentacles off to speed things along, but in the end, it's always the same. By the time the babies are born, the mother is completely wasted away. And all you are just the same little octopus babies, sucking out my life force with every breath you take. This professor kind of sucks. Are you fortune telling, Professor Sito? You'll never know what possessed her to ask you that. You were in the first grade. It was her turn to serve as recess monitor. She sat on the playground like she always did, ignoring the laughing, bickering children around her as she furrowed her brow over the cards, flipping them expertly from pile to pile. She had glared down at you in response, her eyes blazing blue fire. I am absolutely not fortune telling. The idea that the tarot has divinatory powers was concocted by a group of drunk French aristocrats at a cocktail party in 1796. Really, what are you doing then? I'm using them to play cards, of course. Since none of you children know how to play Tarachi, I have to settle for solitaire. What's Tarachi? I'll teach you. We'll see if you can keep up. You spent years' worth of recesses with her after that, at least until the incident. She taught you every trick of the 15th century parlor game that tarot cards were first used for, until you can stare each other down the cards to something almost like equals. Are you sure they aren't magic, you asked her one day mid-game? Absolutely sure. They are beautiful and rich in symbolism, and that is why I like them. But no pretty deck of cards invented a mere half a millennium ago as magic power. Magic is ancient, enduring, and timeless. If you haven't learned that yet, you better do so soon, my dear. Because I'll tell you what, there's nothing more pitiful than a witch who sees magic where there is none. Out of spite, I will take the cards. I will take the cards. Dear Ava, hope you're well. I just had a chance to look over your 6th application to the PhD program. I'm sorry to report that once again your work is just not what we're looking for in the Department of Magic Science. Please excuse my frankness, but I'm quite sure you'll never gain acceptance to our program. As one of our oldest friends, I'm writing this letter to encourage you in the kindest way I can to stop trying. It's a waste of both of our time. I know you excel at awing the girls at your academy with your gruesome octopus patch and stage demeanor, but teaching magic science at the university level is another matter entirely. You don't have the temperament for it. I'm sure more of this every time of your reply. Your perspective is too rigid. Not everything is black and white, and your research lacks the playful inquisitiveness that defines a perspective here at the magic science program. There's only so much you can be absolutely sure of, and there's nothing more pitiful than a magic scientist who believes she has nothing left to learn. The girls need you, Eva. They're at that age where they expect and hope that adults will have all the answers, and that is exactly the perspective that you provide. It's better for everyone if you stay where you are. Yours, Reginald Wasp, Redwood University Magic Science, PhD. Doesn't sound like that's what the girls needed. Okay, paper. Not writing this letter to apologize. I just think I best acknowledge that I may have responded in less than ideal manner to the situation. I'm well aware that I can't take back what happened. I wish I didn't have to look at this every day. I know it can be... Last line becomes indecipherable, deciphering in a blank scribble. Huh. Interesting. Let's keep looking. The faded photo looks at least 50 years old. Its corners are smudged and worn from being frequently touched. Huh. Let's see. Face unlined, frizzy hair black instead of gray, and a black dress with lines as sharp as they were when you know her. She leans toward another figure who is wearing a delicate dress with a pattern of sunny flowers. The stain that covers the second figure's face is clearly the result of a hex and erasure so complete it's like the person never existed. Eva, it's too hard. I'm sorry. Please don't forget me. Love always. I will take that. That sounds juicy. She kept smoking right up until the bitter end. I'm gonna not take that. Something that's been in her mouth. When she's good, there was a little girl at a curl right in the middle of the forehead. When she was good, she was very good, but when she was bad, she was horrid. Huh. It's always the best little girls who are the most horrid. That's the trade-off, I suppose. After that, when she said it, you only heard the unfinished half of the second sentence. In your mind, as the good girl got better, the horrid girl, her equal opposite, the receptacle of your worst thoughts and weakest moments, will get worse, becoming capable of even deeper horrors. Eventually, every praise of your goodness, not just by her but by anyone, became a forced look into some dark mirror at your horrid half, half you should never let anyone see. This key, it looms so large. Huh. Look down at your chip black nail polish and see instead her freckled hand with its long red nails. Clutching the key, she dragged you by the cloak towards the dark room. Ooh. Maybe let's take the unfinished apology and let's leave. Those seem to be the juiciest objects in the room. The most potent guilt, shame, and regret. The most potent emotions for conjuring. The two of you have more than enough of that to go around. Maybe she'll explain herself. You deserve an explanation. You lay the objects on her desk. Then you run your finger along the crack, feeling the shame and the memory blast through you like an ice bath, so overwhelming that it's almost pleasurable. You decide to try to conjure Professor Sito. Oh God. Drawing again. Drawing again. Drawing again. Okay. My neighbors are gonna kill me. Why is this girl screaming? Like, why is she scream singing? When you're a child and you have to draw things. That is what this it's so weird doing this on a computer. Oh my God. Yeah, that looks terrible. Be with me from where you are. Who is this? Oh my God. Perfect. A veil of blackness surrounds you and you feel pulled toward a cold, empty space in the center of the room, and there she is. Professor Sito's spirit gazes at you with cold detachment. Then she looks at the three objects you've chosen to conjure her. She's evaluating you and your choices in death just as she did in life. She meets your eyes in a direct, challenging gaze. Why am I here? I need to talk to you. Oh, please, if you have something to say, just say it. Who was that apology intended for? No one you know. Not for the woman in the photo? Absolutely not. Not for anyone at the school? Who's the woman in the photo? I don't know who you're referring to. Yes, you do. I don't. The Professor Sito you knew does not know that woman. I was somebody else, somebody different back then. What kind of answer is that, woman? Did you ever care about playing tarot cards with me? It's one of my favorite memories. I had to pass the time somehow. You're lying. I know it meant something to you, too. Enough with these questions. You're acting like I'm some monstrous enigma and you're an innocent lamb. Her lip curls. She looks at the crack in the desk. Trying to hex a student was not my finest moment, I'll admit. I don't think the physical pain of hex-based punishment is a particularly effective learning tool, at least not compared to a few hours in the dark room. But have you forgotten why it didn't work? You will never forget why it didn't work, though your scorching anger as you tried to hex her back has long since cooled into shame. Her two spells have bounced off of each other, cursing the desk with years of bottled up resentment of rage. It's the only time you've ever tried to hex a person. Professor Sito reads the expression on your face, her smirk growing wider. You, my dear, are the same as I am. I see it even more clearly now. Too big for your britches, too proud to accept the cards you've been dealt. This woman should have never been a teacher. Like, what kind of teacher talks about children this way? Just wait a few years. Let yourself pick a little longer in all your petty resentments. Then you'll understand exactly where I was coming from. You think about all the ways you were like her. Hexing objects when they annoy you, snapping at people who don't do what you want, your fascination with glamour and danger. How you feel a small ripple of pleasure when something bad happens to someone you don't like or feel threatened by. But then you think of all the ways that you're not like her. You were flexible sometimes. You can swallow your pride sometimes. You find genuine joy when the people you love are happy. You would never ever kick a little cat who scampered into the hallway. You're not a sociopath. Jesus. I'm not like you. We'll see, child. Your feelings of shame subside, just slightly, and the connection between the two of you falters. She slips away in the cold blackness, still cackling. You stand alone in your empty office, trembling with adrenaline and relief. You're dimly aware that you'll never completely erase Professor Sito's impact on your life. You wish you discovered more, that you'd gotten at least some of the answers to your questions. But after arriving back at home, you discover something else instead. Shadow! Feelings of love work even better for a conjuring spell. Oh no! I'm gonna cry. I'm okay. That was really good. That was really good. Wow. I really like that. What is Branches interactive storytelling? I say as the sentimentality bleeds away. Let me see. Makebranches.com. I have never seen that before. Oh, interesting. It's like a storytelling community. I don't That's interesting. So they're just a group of interactive storytellers. Anyways, okay. Let's restart. Let's try this again. So maybe let's pick the things that okay, I'm going to do this. This seems like a lady that should have never been a teacher. Yeah. Maybe we need to pick the things that are just more emblematic of her, so to speak, rather than the things that she regrets. I don't think I want that. No. Let's do the cephalopod thing. I'm just going to go through like one more time to see if I get another result, and then we'll move on to another game. I have to download the other game, I think. No. There we go. Okay. Let's conjure this woman. Making a triangle. And then we're making a little circle. Hell yeah. And then we're going to do that. Oh, cool. I like that star better. Ooh. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Hello, Professor. Hello, Professor. Oh, maybe we should say I'm sorry. Okay. So she has nothing really to say about the cigarette. I saved the cursed school with you brats, but it wasn't our fault. It's not the children's fault that they need love and support. Relying on others is weak at any age. You actually believe that, don't you? Enough with these questions. Okay. She's still a horrible person. That did nothing. That changed nothing. She's still awful. Congrats. At least we found our cat. And that is all I care about. We found our kitty. Okay. My friends, I'm going to pull up the next game. It's going to take some time to download. Some of these games don't install using the itch app. So it's been a little hard. So some of them don't install using the itch app, so I have to pull them up physically here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a look. But both very good games. So what I liked about this game, before I unceremoniously like stop playing, let's go to credits. Okay, let's new game it. Yeah. What I liked about this game, it's a very simple approach to a visual novel. I love it when people take visual novels and make them just as interactive as they possibly can. Adding in like little mini games like that help keep me engaged. I did like the narrative. I thought that it was different. It's very easy to go the route of a lover and everything. But it's also, I think, important to talk about the ways that teachers have had an impact on our lives. I would say that this game like gave me, as I was like reading about the different teachers that she was describing, I was being reminded more of my elementary school years, and I'm just like, there's only one teacher from that time that I can think of that was a good person. So not conjuring up the best of feelings. See what I did there? Anyways, but I've had a lot of great like middle school teachers and actually like high school teachers that I still remember really, really fondly. So yeah, I appreciated that. So let us go ahead and let us move on to the next game here. I'm just gonna try to get that downloaded. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Is everybody doing well tonight? Is everybody doing well? Can I get a hey-o in the chat? It's kind of a dumb thing to ask, but like everybody doing okay? Doing all right? You doing fine? I actually was worried about running late to the stream because I had to go ahead and let me see here. Huh. Huh. Okay. I was trying to say I had to go to the store today. I had to go to the Target, and the place where I live now, the Target is quite far away. So that was interesting. I'm not sure if I'm reading this right. Uh-oh. I think one of the games I was supposed to review doesn't have their files uploaded. I will not say the name of the game. There's nothing there on the itch page though. We're gonna move on. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. But the next game that I think we're gonna play is called The Haunting of My Childhood Mall. Gosh, there were a lot of like weird little malls when I was growing up. Like if you guys grow up in the Midwest, there's so many malls there. Like there's the Mall of America, but and I feel like that's a really weird thing to say. People would be like, "Well, there's malls everywhere." And I'm like, I feel like the Midwest has a higher concentration of just random malls for no reason. Like we just, you know what I'm saying? Like there are people that make malls just to um just to have something to say, just to say that you have a mall. That seems to be kind of a lot of the vibes for a lot of Midwestern towns. Yeah, like it's just tons of strip malls and things like that. So a mall is actually the perfect place for a haunting. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look here. I'm gonna get this set up. I'm gonna get this set up. All right, the haunting of my childhood mall, babes. We are here. We are being haunted. We are inside a mall. I don't know necessarily what else this game is about. It seems pretty straightforward. Yeah, looks kind of, this kind of reminds me of Monster Sweethearts. This art, this kind of like painted like kind of abstract style. So I kind of like that already. That looks a little bit different. In the year of our Lord, I had big dreams. A bright, promising youth, I left my hometown as soon as I could and never looked back. I was off to study media. Now that I'm back to live with my mom while I figure things out. Oh, that sucks, bro. I'm sorry. Oh, your mom's hot, though. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Uh, it's fine. Everything. She's an attractive lady, and I'm sure that she's also fiercely independent and great. In many other ways beyond just the fact that she is very attractive. Okay, let's continue. Back home, you. Yeah, I wait for the disappointment, but mom sounds thoughtful instead. Actually, that works out. Huh? I'm starting a project you could help with. Mom had bought the local mall. While I was off studying to become an unemployed bum, the mall had headed in the same direction. I was a bit of a shock. I assumed everything was going okay back home, but I hadn't kept up. It was dirt cheap because it's so run down by now. I'm going to repair it and you can help. There are memories in the mall that I never thought I'd face again. Are you sure I'll be of help? If you're going to move back in, you will. Okay, thanks, Mom. We're tearing the play area down. The pizzeria can stay. Hopefully, we can get the new entrepreneur to take over. Chills run down my back as I look at the pizzeria. The memories are much more raw than I thought. I think we can attract a lot of new businesses if we fix the place up. It just hasn't been clean enough since the previous owner died. Mr. Anderson died? Mom froze her brow. Which rock were you hiding under the past few years, Alex? It was all over the news. Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh no. I look behind me and Mom's patting her pockets. She proceeds to rummage through her handbag and looks at me. I think I forgot my cell phone at the office. I guess you have to go get it. That's too bad. I'm making my way towards the sofa. I feel tired after seeing the mall again. Oh, you'll cook dinner then? Thanks, Alex. Fine, I'll go. What a dude, just cook dinner. Are you serious? You want to go back to the abandoned mall by yourself at night? Oh, honey, like if you end up dying, I'm not going to feel sorry. I'm not going to feel sorry. That just seems like a very stupid decision. Why wouldn't you go back together? That's so scary. Why would you do that? I feel a bit naked without my cell phone, but I couldn't do that to Mom. I left it with her so I could reach her with her phone if anything comes up. I don't. Hun? I open the door feeling a bit like I'm not supposed to be here. The sound of my closing startles me louder than I expected in the silence of the night. You have to make noise to keep bears away, right? I think that also applies to memories of the past. We're no strangers to love. Are we singing? Oh, okay. Wow, I got rickrolled, and that wasn't even a full rickroll, so I'm very disappointed. I would like to stop. I'm kidding. Mom's office. I don't know where she keeps her phone. I should look around. Could it be right here? Could this be the phone? Would this be the phone? Wait, oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I should actually look around more. Mom's renovating. It's always been handy. Papers, papers, papers. Papers. Nothing's in here. Wait. There's a flashlight in the box, but I probably shouldn't take Mom's flashlight with me. She brought it here for a reason. Okay, fine. I'll just take this. Okay, I've got everything I need, so let's go, I guess. Phone is out of battery. It doesn't matter. I don't need the phone just to walk home. Oh, I don't like those mannequins. I don't like whoever's standing in the pizza place. Whoa, for a moment I thought I saw my old childhood friend Johnny in the reflection. Ghosts of the past I can handle, but actual ghosts not so sure. Better hurry along. As I put the key in the lock, it feels like something is wrong. Sure enough, as I turn the key, it spins around freely and nothing inside the mechanism seems to respond. I jiggle the door, then rattle and give it a kick for good measure, but it's no help. I'm in here with the dead phone and oof. Teens have been breaking in recently and doing graffiti, so I had to invest in some good security. We have bars all over the place, the doors and store windows, otherwise someone will break in. Are you sure that isn't a bit excessive? Believe me, if there's a hole, they will crawl in. So I'm stuck. I feel the atmosphere of the mall weighing down on me. The door stands in front of me, impenetrable. I'm not scared of ghosts, but the reflection I thought I saw on the way here gave me the chills. My eyes straight at the screws on the lock, but no. I bet Mom has a charger for her phone in her office. I should call her before I start breaking things. Who knows what kind of insurance issues it could cause. This time I keep my eyes straight ahead. No more reflections for me, thank you. Now, if I was a mom, where would I keep my charger? Uh, here, 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 here. I don't have ideas. Isn't there some, ma'am? It's no phone charger, but at least I'll be able to see better. I don't think there's any other useful items left here. No sign of a charger. I could spend the night here, but I haven't eaten in a while. Mom will either worry or be mad. I think I have to go get a screwdriver for the lock. I don't want to. There at least used to be some tools in the back room of Johnny's Pizzeria. Oh yeah, let's go there. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Let's go there. Let's do that. Why not? Why not? Kind of sad seeing it like this. Johnny used to work here, and I visited every other day or so. It's a place filled with memories. Hi, Johnny. Alex, my man. What's up? What's up, man? Same old, same old. Spinning pizzas like a boss. Spinning them right around, huh? Like a record, baby. Yeah, could you spin me the usual with a whole can of pineapple? Absolutely. You're disgusting. That's not very customer friendly of you. Sorry, I'll do better next time. Yeah, you better. There's no customers here now. Looks like word about the quality of service spreads fast. You know what? Since you mentioned it, this would be the best possible time for my break. Follow me. I'm not supposed to let outsiders back here, you know. Then again, I'm not supposed to spend my break in the front either. And that's a rule I've caught breaking before, so now it's this rule's turn to get broken. How else am I supposed to hang with my homie at work? Man, your boss didn't really think that one through, right? Ugh, it's like you didn't think about it at all. So inconsiderate. Here, let's split my lunch pizza. It's way too unhealthy for me to eat the whole thing alone anyway. Can I have one pineapple? Don't tell me you carry that stuff all around. You never put enough on my pizza, so it's your fault, really. I'm sorry, sir. You put a whole can of pineapple on that pizza. That pizza is soggy. What would you, what? It's one thing to put pineapple on pizza. Okay. Like, it's one thing to do that. You know, like that pushes the boundaries a little bit, but I can respect it. Um, to put a whole can and then more on your pizza is completely a disrespect to the art form that is pizza. Um, disrespectful. Okay. Yeah, and there should be a landline. You would think. Dude, you're pathological. That is pathological. Like maybe there's a reason why still sort of bittersweet. Now where are the tools again? I don't freaking know. I don't want to be looking around in here. There's cigarettes. It's just a cigarette. It cannot be that bad. What was that? Okay, this is a screwdriver. Can I leave? I want to leave. I don't want to go. I don't like being here. Mom, look, it's Santa. Can I go see him? Pretty please? I don't know, Alex. We're kind of in a hurry. And please. Fine, you can go, but no running. Ho, ho, ho. Hello there. Hello, Santa. My name is Alex. I'm here with my mom. Where are your reindeer? On the rooftop, of course. There's no room for them here. Do you have any presents for me? Alex. Oh, no, it's quite all right. In fact, I do have something for you. Here you go. Wow, candy. Thanks, Santa. You're very welcome, Alex. See you at Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. I can't believe I met Santa. How long is it until Christmas? I hope we'll get more candy when I see Santa again. Alex, don't be greedy. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. I wanna leave. I don't like it here. The things glitch. It's scary. I don't like it. Oh my god, please don't tell me that this is a mini game. I will die. Please get the door open. Snap. It broke off. Okay. Keep calm and carry on. If I can get the other screws out, I can probably bend that one enough to make it out. Snap. I don't want to be in here. There's children here. Why are you going to go find the graffiti teens? Don't touch that. We're not going to touch that. I don't believe in ghosts. I do believe in graffiti teens. Seems like they're in the play area. There's no one here. This is adult play area, though. Hello? I craned my head around the hazard tape to look into the ball pit. Nothing in a slide of doom either. I remember getting a lot of bruises in that thing back when it was open. It was the best. I let my gaze wander. This place is giving me the creeps, but there's also an oddly warm feeling in my chest as I look out at the hallway. Used to come here a lot as a kid. It feels so weird getting all nostalgic when the place looks like this. Whether I want it or not, I have some good memories of this place. A happier, more simple time. And then he ate it. No way. That's so gross. I know, right? I could never swallow a worm. That's so gross. Me neither, but don't tell anyone. I said I already eaten 2 and he believed it, so I didn't actually have to eat any. Don't worry, I won't tell. Promise? Promise. Cool, wanna play? I'm the mighty pirate, Red Eye Alex. Yar. And I'm the powerful Black Knight. Take this. Oof. You may have hit me with that ball, Black Knight, but I'm still breathing. Yar. Miss me. What about this? Nice shot, Red Eye Alex. Surrender now and prepare to feed the fish. Never. Oh no, Mom's calling for me. I need to go. Already? Aw, man. See, next time I come here a lot with Mom. Sure, next time I'll definitely beat you. As if, you scurvy dog. Kind of miss the times when you can just talk to random people and instantly become best friends with them. In this day and age, it's simply not going to happen anymore. Is the mannequin now staring at me? Was this mannequin staring at me before, gang? Was this I don't like that. I don't like that. Chloe will remember that. Now, think about the playroom was shut down soon after our last meeting. It was never open again, was it? I can't help but wonder why. The entire hall is silent and still. The teens must have run away thinking I was a security guard. I'm sure that's it. Those are some fast and silent teens. Teenage ninjas? Shake off the spooks. If teens have infiltrated this mall, they must know how to get out. I should look for them. And I may as well take a trip down memory lane while I do it. Now, where should I start? I don't know. I don't want to go anywhere. I hear the muffled sound of speaking. Give that. That spooked me again. I'm getting 2 in my head. pet store? I don't want to go to the pet store. I don't want to go there. Stop. Stop. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. We should leave. We should go to the toy store. I head over to the toy store. Please don't tell me it's going to be full of creepy dolls and shit. Wouldn't be a surprise at this point. Hello, anybody here? Please don't attack and kill me, creepy dolls. The Furby is going to be the most likely one to do that. I guess they took all the toys with them when they shut the place down and it's expected of the forces of capitalism. On the other hand, if they took the creepy dolls with them, I won't. I really need to stop thinking about creepy dolls when I'm in a place like this. There's no reason to get anxious than I already am. A giggle. Hello, is somebody there? Stop asking. Stop saying hello, Alex. It's the Furby. The Furby's doing it. What is that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Gotcha. There's no one here. Something on the shelf. A Herbie? Of course. Yeah, I told you that there was a Herbie here. Hello, Mr. Herbie. I'm Alex. I'm delighted to meet your acquaintance. Where did you learn to talk like that? I heard it on TV. Of course you did. Sorry, honey. I gotta answer the phone. I'll be back soon. I wonder who's calling Mom. Do you happen to know Mr. Herbie? I guess you don't. You're just a silly little Herbie. No way. Seriously, that quickly? I thought no one was interested in that old mall. I guess miracles do happen. Shall we have some tea, Mr. Herbie? We have chocolate and strawberry tea with rainbow sprinkles, just the way you like it. I'll pour some for you. Well, thanks so much, dear Alex. You're very welcome, Mr. Herbie. How are all the children? I heard one of them got eaten by a horse. Well, yes, we'll see what happens. I'm just glad that someone is willing to use their money on a local establishment. Lately, there's been way too many news of shops and cafes closing down. This town and its people need jobs, Karen, and if that new owner is willing to offer them, who am I to judge? I wonder why Mom is taking so long. I bet she's talking about boring adult stuff. How's the tea, Mr. Herbie? Well, thank you, dear Alex. It is simply divine. Chocolate tea with rainbow sprinkles is simply the best. You said it was strawberry tea, you liar. Okay. I am no innocent. I was so innocent back then. I had no idea that Herbie's respond to the devil. Did his eyes just move? Must have been my... I'm sorry. Did its eyes just move? No, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. I don't want to be in here right now. Where am I going? I don't like this. Everything is dark. There's a layer of grime. Hasn't been the same since Mr. Anderson died. Lots of old newspapers. Reckless teenager dies in a tragic... Oh no, it's about his friend's death. A teenage boy tragically lost his life on a Monday traffic accident on Monday evening after the moped he was driving suddenly swerved into oncoming traffic. The teenager left earlier that day to make a delivery for the local pizza he was working at. On his way back, he suddenly turned around, apparently not noticing the truck that ultimately caused his early demise. I remember that like yesterday, a dark time I've tried to forget. A terrible tragedy has faced us today. Last night there was a terrible traffic accident where one of our dear students was killed. But let us take a moment of silence in memory of Johnny Myers. What? Johnny can't be dead. I just talked to him yesterday. When a young life is cut so brutally short, one can now think about all the things that they'll miss. This brings me back. There was a girl in my high school, and I can't remember her name now, but my high school didn't handle deaths so well. I did love it there, but like they would make these bombshell kind of announcements over the intercom. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is worse though. This is like calling an assembly and you've already got things set up and it's like you're already mourning. So I don't how did you prepare this fast? This is worse, I would feel. But yeah, they announced it over the intercom. She wasn't someone that I knew too well. I knew her like in passing. Obviously, like I didn't know her too well because I can't necessarily remember her name, but it was of a drug overdose. I remember and the guys who gave her the drugs, like, they had something was like laced in the drugs that they gave her, so like she shouldn't have died. It should have just been, harmless, quote unquote, like party drugs. And it was really unfortunate, because I had classes with like her friends. And like a year or two ago, a year ago, I had been in like their position where someone who passed away, who I was very close with, my teacher, his death was announced over the intercom. And that was a very bad moment. Yeah, it was really, really rough. Yeah, they announced it just so that people knew. Those were the two incidents that happened. The two incidents that I remember of that happening. But yeah, it was pretty tragic. It was pretty horrible. And it's just the way that they kind of delivered the information was shocking. I remember all the teachers had a big meeting in the morning, right? And I remember we were supposed to be going on a field trip to visit F. Scott Fitzgerald's house. And because I'm from Minnesota, so that's what we were doing. It was just something that our one English teacher wanted us to do. And so he was going to take us on a field trip, and all the teachers were in a meeting that morning. And I remember going there to I was trying to get homework because I was going to be out because of that field trip. That's right. Um, and I remember approaching a teacher, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where this teacher is, because I want to, if you've seen her, I'm just asking her about like what the assignment is, blah blah blah." And the teacher said, "Don't worry about that right now." And I remember walking away from that conversation like, that is so weird. Like, why would she act like that? Like, why? Like, this particular teacher was like normally very cheerful, very funny. um so it was the complete stark opposite of her personality. And I was like, what happened? Like, did I say something wrong? um and then you go to class, and the intercom comes on, and that's how I learned that he had passed. uh yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. It was a really bad experience. I screamed. I remember screaming and running from the room. And yeah, that was a very not great experience. So like, seeing this and everything kind of, and how he learns about it from a very sudden perspective, it is so, I cannot even express, like, hearing it. There's something about like hearing it broadcast over like an intercom, or like broadcast at a big event like that, that just makes it, and it's someone that you know personally, and that just makes it punch and hurt so much worse, because it's just the surprise of all of it. Um, it's now up to us to live and keep Johnny's memory alive. His fate is tragically common among young people. He's not the first victim of reckless driving, but I hope he will be the last, at least among the students at this school. Drive carefully and remember that tragedy is just one mistake away. Johnny doesn't. Johnny drove carefully. She doesn't know anything. Johnny's death was weird. He was driving back from work, but turned around for some reason. U-turn right in front of a truck. He was a jokester, but he was very serious about driving. His dad had been run over by a careless driver. Johnny was probably a more serious driver than the principal used his death as an opportunity to preach about road safety. Johnny would have found that funny. I didn't. Sorry about that, dude. Why is there blood on that? A child went missing. Should I leave? Should I leave? Oh, look at that. A health and safety report. 2 young girls died in an unfortunate accident at the play area. Plan of action. Caused blunt trauma to the head and limbs. She tried to shield her sister during the fall. Blunt trauma to the head and neck. Chloe and Rachel. Did someone target me? Did someone target me? That's sus. That's very sus. Very sus indeed. Very sus. Of all the names that you could pick, you picked Chloe. Chloe is dead. No, but like for real, can I talk about how much I hate my name for like 5 seconds? I despise my name. I hate it. I don't think that there's another name that I would prefer for myself, but I really hate it. Because no one spells it right. Because when I was growing up, there was like the Mycene doll that I think spelled it right, and then there was the Bratz doll that spelled it Cloe. So everybody used to say Cloe. And now when everybody makes like, but if someone's not paying attention, they always spell my misspell my name as Choli. But that's not the only reason why I hate my name. I hate my name because every girl that happens to be named Chloe and like anything ever happens to be a total asshole. I hope that that is not the case for the young girl who died here. But it's like a name that you pick for a very particular circumstance. And I'm like, I don't think I want to be associated with that. And now for the rest of my life, I'm associated with a name that's like given to the prissy, like blonde girls, like Immiraculous Ladybug. And like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, please don't name your children Chloe. If there's one thing that I can teach you, well, there's Chloe, and then there's the way that the Kardashians spell it too. So that was annoying. I didn't get as many like Kardashian spellings though, because I think people understand that the Kardashians like all tried to keep their names like the same initial, which I guess that's a thing. Oh, it's the ghosts. Oh, hi. Want to play with us? Play with us. Did your mom tell you not to talk to strangers? I don't like them. Do you know how to get out of here? We're not going to tell you unless you know who we are. This is what I have to know their names. That's Rachel. That's Rachel. Rachel, stop. Rachel, knock it off. Me next. You're Chloe. No, what do you mean? I am Chloe. Lucky guess. I don't. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, Rachel and Chloe. Oh my god. Oh my god. There are ghosts here. I can't wait. I have to get out. Rachel showed me. They don't seem very friendly. My key doesn't fit. Oh my god. Rachel and Chloe, you guys suck. You guys suck. In the cafe I used to study for my exams. As I enter I'm like sweating. As I enter the two-story plaza, signs of a disaster jump on my face, mixed with festive decorations. What happened here? I rack my mind for memories of something like this happening, but nothing comes up. Why didn't anyone tell me? Maybe it wasn't anything serious. This is like, no, this was definitely something serious. Huh. I remember mom mentioning something about tools and asking the security person to get them from the basement. But wait, the basement's flooded, right? I don't want to go down there. I have to get in there. You're going into the basement? I don't want to go into the basement. Okay, no, it hasn't moved. Plan B, security booth for the key in the basement. I don't want to go in the basement. I don't want to go into the basement. How could you let this happen? That thing is a death trap. Let me see the owner. My children are dead. Take some responsibility, bastard. How can you let that happen? This thing is a death trap. It seems to be stuck in a loop and it smells pretty bad. Okay. I have no choice. The keys to the store must be inside, too. Hey, man. Oh, there's a little pride flag here. That's nice. Hello, excuse me? How could you... Wait, who are you? Oh, no. I'm Alex. I'm just here to get the keys. Keys? Are you Snaff? You work here. No one listens. The staff keeps ignoring me, but now you're here. You have to take responsibility. No more excuses. Oh. Okay. Okay. Thanks, dude. That was not very nice of you. Alex never returned. Yeah, no shit. Okay, Alex never returned. Okay, can we talk? I'm Alex. I just need to borrow the keys. I'm first in line. Feels like I've been waiting for a very long time. Saw some kids playing near the play area. That place is a death trap. I'll be back soon. Tell them. That's sad. He's gone. Now's my chance. I can enter the office. I don't know where the keys are at. Disappearance caused such a big stir a few years ago. I thought you said you didn't remember this boy. Keys in the drawer. Let's leave. I don't want to be here anymore. How do I get out of here? Boy, I don't know. Take this ladder. This could prove useful. Go over to the shelf. Now go over here. Use your ladder, my child. The holidays go to die after they can't be profited. Sweet pea. I asked you to use the ladder. Oh my god. I have asked you to use the ladder like twice. Sweetie, go. Stop. Sweet pea. That's a dead child. I don't know. Just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. Just go into the vent. I don't know. I don't know. A light coming from behind a vent cover. Freedom. Vents seem much nicer in video games. And you get through the abandoned side. So walk down the concrete stairs. The air becomes stuffy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's something in the water. I don't want to be here. Oh my god, this is terrifying. What the hell is this? What is this game? Why would you make something so scary? Why would you keep with the theme of Spooktober for Spooktober? How dare you? Dude, check this out. Is that your boss? Yep. I spit an image, especially with the eye patch and the pig snout. Had a flash of inspiration. Boss made me work double shifts the whole week while my colleague's sick. Sucks ass. I don't envy you, mate. Are you supposed to work part-time? Tell that to management. Look, he's so full of shit, there's a huge pile left over. No wonder you've been so tired at school. Yeah, I'm tired all the time, man. All work and no play makes Johnny a dull boy. I'm going to get the best education I can so I don't have to work for shitty bosses. I think shitty bosses are a universal constant, though. What's wrong with the universe, Alex? It's not even funny. Johnny's boss sure sucked, almost as much as my current situation. I think I've seen everything I can. Yeah, let's leave. Okay, ta-ta-ta-ta. I'm gonna save, 'cause I think I'm gonna die. Rush up the stairs. Why have so many people died in this mall? Hi, guys. Guys, I'm not... Oh my god. What the hell are you? It wasn't my fault. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to say, sir. Can you let me through? I mean, don't look at me. It wasn't my fault. Okay, do you want to talk about it? Like, do you want to talk about it? Oh, am I supposed to hit you? What am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do, sir? Oh, I see. Do you not like the light? Okay. He does not like the light. Exit is just around the corner. Wait, is that Johnny? I've got nope. We're going home. We're going home. I don't know what to do. I need to destroy the lock. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? With what? Baby, with what? I don't know how to destroy the lock. What do you mean, babe? I can't get into my inventory. Okay, there we go. This. No, what? Ma'am? Use the flashlight. Oh, this is on a timer. We can't. Like, there's nothing. The phone? They're coming closer. We're not going to make it. Okay, I'm going to quick load. We should have gone with Johnny. I'm sorry, Johnny. Rip, Johnny. We're not. We can't get through. What do you mean? Hook it up. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Thank you, Thug. I was suffering. Okay. Go. Okay, we cut through the lock. Oh my god. Thank you. I'm apparently an idiot. It's fine. I know that, like, if I was ever in this situation, I would just die. I would just not make it. What? The ghost. Wait, what? I'm sorry. What? Oh, I think I have to. Okay. I think I know what I gotta do. I think I know what I gotta do. So she doesn't want me to walk up them planks. This girl don't want me to walk up them planks. She don't want me to walk up them planks. I understand that it's not your fault. I understand that you don't want me to look at you and it's not your fault, but I don't really care. I need to go home. I'm sick of it here. I'm convinced that my mom is using this place for ritual demon sacrifices, and that ain't fair. That ain't cool. I didn't come home for that. I didn't come home for that. I said I didn't come home for that. I said I didn't come home for that. Okay, we are not going to follow Johnny. We're going to go to the exit. Okay, so now that I am not being a moron anymore, let us try. Let us try again. Cut through the lock. Okay, great. The door isn't opening. The hinges? You think the hinges are broken? What do you mean the hinges are broken? I cut through the hinge. I'm sorry, what? I have to cut through the locks and the hinges? Boy, I am trying to cut through the hinges. I'm confused. Okay, I don't know what you want me to do. It won't let me cut through the other hinge. What am I doing wrong? I don't know what to do. Guys, I don't know what to do except die. It's not letting me... Ugh. I don't understand. Okay, maybe I'll talk to Johnny and see what he says. Johnny's probably just gonna, like, kill me, but, like, I'm willing to talk to Johnny. I'm just gonna follow Johnny. Hey, Johnny, wait up. The corridor is longer and longer. Johnny's gone. Very long. Uh-oh. Yeah, I figured that Johnny was just gonna trap me here. It's on fire. There's a lot of blood and fire everywhere. The jingling of the keys feels like it's coming from inside my skull. Johnny, it's me. Don't you recognize me? I hear footsteps behind me. When I turn around and see the exit, the door is closing. I'll lunge at the door with all my might. Somehow I know that if I let it close, I'll be lost in this purgatory of a mall forever. Oh. So Johnny led the way out. That's weird. All the windows are broken. There's dead grass. Thank you, Johnny. Going through the cracks in the streets. When I look back, I see a dead body collapsed in the doorway. Whose is that? Is that mine? I can't go back. Without a word, I go forth into the ghost town, following the sound of Johnny's keychain. Oh no, is it glitching? Oh no. Did it glitch? Is that why we couldn't get the other? No, we have to try. We have to try again. We're gonna have to try again. Oh, I think we should try. I think we should get another try again. No, I don't think I won. I think I just chose to follow Johnny into the dark. Like, I went all Death Cab for Cutie in this ending. I don't like how this is labeled. Kids underscore laughing underscore reverse underscore no underscore. That's scary. Okay, no. We're gonna try again, but I think I broke the game, or it's not doing what I'm not sure. Okay, because if I follow Johnny, Johnny is going to Okay, so yep, so let's go ahead, plug this in. Okay, cut the lock. But it wasn't letting me cut the hinge, so maybe start with the bottom hinge? Was there an order of operations through the hinge? No, is there an order of operations through the hinges? Why the heck won't it? Okay, yeah, there was an order of operations for the hinges. So you had to do the bottom one first and then the top one because for whatever reason, it wasn't letting me cut the bottom one. Alex has returned. Is that it? I don't get a hug from my mom. I don't get a, I'm sorry that I bought the murder mall. I don't get any of that. Wow. Okay. All right. I guess my mom might have set me in there a little intentionally, so to speak. So, really good game here. I really love the art style, actually. It's really cool to see games that have kind of this painted art style. Again, it reminds me of Monster Sweethearts, which I think is why I'm like kind of soft on it. Is that what I liked about Monster Sweethearts is that a lot of visual novels, I think, tend to go for very stark lines and line art when it comes to the design, character designs, and things like that, which is cool and it's pretty. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that to look at, but it's almost nicer to see something that's a little bit different to that, that kind of contrasts that and really stands out. Because sometimes visual novels can look a little bit samey. And this doesn't really have that issue because it looks really painted. It's using like a lot of different kind of effects and things like that. Yeah, very nice. Alex, I hear mom calling me. She better have dinner ready. Yeah, I bet she does. I think you also should go to therapy, my son. But yeah, that was the haunting of my childhood mall. I think that there is one other game that I want to check off tonight. So I am going to go ahead and see if I can get that game loaded here, friends. So yeah, I really like this game. I thought that this was definitely like 100% on the scary. Um, it also made me deeply emotional. A lot of things make me deeply emotional, but that really got me. Um, I really like that. So yeah. So there's that. Let me see here. So this next game that we're going to play once it loads. Huh. Interesting. What the heck? I'm not interesting. It took me to like some kind of external link. Huh. Interesting. That's weird. Okay, let me take a look here. Okay, let me see here. We're going to try and get this loaded up. This next game I think has flashing lights, guys. So be very careful. If you guys are not okay with flashing lights, definitely definitely maybe sit out for this one. I'm going to see what we can do with this one. Let me see here. I will take a look. This next game is called, again, SCP. I think it's kind of based on, one of those, what is it, like the creepy pastas and like the SCP games. I forget that one game. I just know that Markiplier played it a lot. So I'm just gonna scan. I'm gonna scan this little file here. Okay, it says that it's fine. It's just unusual because it's not a direct download off of itch, which is what I'm used to. If the itch app doesn't work, typically what people do is then they just put in they put in they just upload the files, so then you download all as a zip package. When it came to my games, and making my games and posting those, that's what I did. This one is linking to an external Google Drive. So I'm just scanning this because that's a little different. um, so to speak. So hooray. I don't know why I'm like so suspicious of it. So yeah, this one I think is gonna have jump scares. It's gonna have flashing bright lights. Let's go ahead and let's run it. We'll see what this does. Yeah. Looks like that this was built in Ren'Py. So let me see here. So yeah, kind of got some abstract images here and there. Whoop, what was that? Why did it close? Uh-oh. My computer says no. Okay, let's see here. Let's give it a go. Yeah, too many anime art styles. And again, it's not like anime art styles are bad to have in a visual novel. They're not bad. It's just that it's if you know things like why I remember like Monster Sweethearts and things why I remember Yags and things why I remember like your game like Thug like Object Ward is because they veer away from that art style a little bit. Like there's still elements, so it's not completely in this weird like other world, but it's very it's just yes, it's an oversaturation. It's very hard for me to kind of remember things unless it's a distinctively really excellent art style. Okay. So a long day. Okay, so let me go ahead here actually, and I'm going to adjust music volume. I might adjust voice volume and sound volume. So let's see here. So we got some good settings. This appears to be, I forget what it is that renders 3D novels like this. You finally arrive home after a long workday. This is a dope ass little setup, I do have to say. Being a security guard at your site is usually uneventful. Today, though, was the first D-subject escape attempt in a while. Luckily, stopping him. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Is this big enough? Let me see here. I'm adjusting it. There we go. Okay, excellent. Now I think we can see. Okay. Although you can't seem to get its expression out of your head, a calling described it as horrified. At any rate, you should get some sleep. I don't think we should. You change into your bunny PJs. Something about them always makes you feel extra cozy. You lay your head on the pillow and drift off to sleep. Ominous dream. You open your eyes suddenly. A powerful feeling drives your actions, controls your every thought, although you can't seem to decipher it. It hits you once you've had time to process it. Fear. Your head feels heavy as you feel your eyes stinging. You let out a scream. I was trying to I just realized that I adjusted this down, but this is let me do this like a little bit louder so that I can just kind of listen to the sound design here. You let out a scream, or try to at least. It feels like someone or something is holding your breath. What the hell? You repeat over and over in your head as your eyes start twitching. I don't like that. I don't I don't like that at all. I would like to chapter 2. Oh my god, we're already on chapter 2. I love how this person has like wine beside their bed. Do you guys see that? It's a little wine bottle. Priorities. When you wake up in the middle of the night and you don't want a glass of water, but you actually just want a glass of wine. Ugh. What was that, you wonder? You feel a massive urge to visit the place which you remember as near your childhood home. You spend a little time reminiscing, which only adds to the aforementioned urge. Ask for a day off and head to the spot. Let's do it. You can't resist anymore. You grab your phone, make some calls, and board on the train to the next town. A friendly ride. I don't know necessarily if the chapter breaks are necessary here because it's so short to get from place to place. It's kind of like it's so chapters can be important to kind of separate things out and help you organize information, but when your pacing is this fast for your story, I'd recommend maybe not doing that because it can interrupt the pacing kind of for the reader. You board the earliest train and claim the nearest empty seat to the door. As your rush subsides, your reality sets in. The son on vacation will probably be cause for demotion. After all, your boss isn't known to be lenient. In your panic, you neglect to notice the weirdly dressed passenger sitting next to you, though snoring soon pulls you away from your thoughts. You stare at the wine glass. I am a wine aunt. Ugh. My brothers haven't had any kids yet, but I look forward to the day when I could maybe be a wine aunt. I'm a cat aunt, if that makes sense. Like Stella is technically not my cat; she is my brother's cat. And then my brother Joe has his own cats. Yeah, has had his cats in the past who he really loved. I loved my brother's cats; they were so cute. Um, There was Hootie. Hootie was a cat who he was deaf, and I think he was born with some weird thing in his ear. He had like an inner ear imbalance, so his head literally operated like it was on a swivel. Like this cat could twist his head in directions that I don't think it was normal for cats to twist their head in. It was almost a full 360. I swear to God, like swear on my life. Hootie could do really weird things with his head. He was also a hugger. Like if you picked him up and held him, he would hug you back. And he also like would punch. Like he wasn't a cat that would scratch. He would punch you. It was I remember Storm, who was the other little cat. She was the fussy kind of like little Miss Hiss, and we did not like each other for years. Storm and I did not get along. But Hootie got along with everybody. Everybody loved Hootie. But I remember that my brothers were moving their apartment one time, and so we were packing up the cats and everything. And Storm is very stressed out because nothing's going her way. And if it wasn't her way, she would be very upset with you. And Hootie got sick of her. He got sick of her attitude and he just started punching her. Anyways, and it was really funny. It was really funny at the time. I know it sounds horrifying. But yeah, he punched. If when he was upset, he would punch things. He would literally do this. He would just do this. It was hilarious. You stare at the heavy trench coat he's wearing and the gloves he decided to cover his hands with despite the fact that you're in July. You soon notice a briefcase and then he suddenly drops. The man wakes up in panic, stares at the open briefcase, and quickly starts collecting all the things that dropped. You bend down to help him and notice something familiar. The medicine. You grab the bottle as you're about to open your mouth. The man glances at you, grabs all his things, and rushes to the next cart. You give chase, but when you open the door, you find nothing. You decide to report the incident and hold on to the bottle. What? Chapter 4 in Arrival. You glance at the time. You should arrive soon. You decide to rest your eyes. After the nightmare from earlier, you thought you would never sleep again, but you somehow feel inclined to rest up. Something tells you that whatever's next isn't going to be easy. Slowly close your eyes. I don't think we should. I don't think that was a good idea. Am I going to have to remember numbers? Surprisingly, you prefer reality for now. At any rate, it seems like you're about to reach the station. Another chapter. You arrive at the station and instantly headed for the nearby woods. The urge you were feeling has slowly regained its strength. You feel stronger even. Something tells you that you're running out of time. Luckily, you're nearly at the old swing. A small and somewhat close rustling sound interrupts your memories. Is someone else here, you think, as you hear the sound of birds chirping nearby, despite it being late into the night. You approach the source of the noises. The natural darkness of the night makes it hard to see clearly. I'm lucky it's a full moon tonight, you think, as you struggle to decipher the weirdly dressed figure in the distance. The birds seem to be surrounding them. At first, I notice a bird like snout. Weird, but you seem weirder. As you look closer, you notice a rope. That's a rope they're using to tie their gray, medieval-looking plague doctor clothes. You recoil in shock as you finally connect the dots. How is 49 here? The sound of nearby crying interrupts your thoughts of an escape plan, but it seems you're not the only one that heard it. SCP-49 is heading your way. Take a 500 pill. 49 simply walks past you without even glancing your way. He's headed for the crying and appears you're safe. You pray that you didn't just cause someone's death, but you have more important things to deal with. Nope. Peace out. Like, you grab your stuff and after calming yourself for a moment, you carry on with your journey. I really like the callous protagonists in these games. It's very funny to like think that there's just people that are like, nah, I'm good. I'm sorry. Like, rip. Like, you still feel your heart pumping. You never expected to meet a dangerous SCP like 49 in the middle of the woods. You take a moment to give yourself a really good facepalm before you continue on towards the tree. Well, you're the one that chose to come. Wait, no, I'm the one that chose to come here. I forget that I made that decision. Wow. Okay. You can already see in the distance along with a few hooded figures. Yeah, this isn't going to end well. You approach silently and stop at a safe distance and start listening, although you can't seem to understand what they're saying. One of them looks really anxious. Perhaps he's scared of 49? Oh, hell no. You whisper as he locks eyes with you. You quickly duck. Maybe a bit too quick as you produce a lot of noise. You sit there in silence as you send a distress signal to your colleague. Why didn't you come with your colleague? Why didn't you make it? It's fine. You raise your head slowly after moving to a different bush. Where the heck are they? It appears they left in a rush. You get out of the bushes and head to the swing. My memory's hazy, but not this much, you exclaim as you witness the hole in the other side of the tree, glowing a strange bluish color. Epilogue N. The MF team arrived in a few minutes. It seems you weren't the only one experiencing these nightmares from 990. Your colleague informs you that they've been receiving a lot of reports around this area. The tree will most likely be designated as an SCP. It appears it was teleporting the other SCPs out from under the request of the hooded figures you saw. I mainly come here first. I'm glad you're okay. It seems you owe her dinner. Wait, so those... Interesting. Wait, so those were warnings? Yeah, 990 is known to warn us of imminent disasters and such. I'm surprised you didn't know that. You feel embarrassed as you exclaim, well, it usually just talks to subjects, not whatever it's doing to me. You spend a second thinking about the dreams. Your expression changes from embarrassed to confused to somewhat worried as you spin your head towards her. Hold on. The train I kept seeing the number 6, it's not any of the SCPs that escaped, so it should be how many, but we only found 5. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. We couldn't find a name, sorry. Oh, okay, so they're questioning their okay. Okay. This was a decent entry, I would say. Writing was definitely rough in some parts. I would say there's certain ways about which this is constructed, the sentences are constructed that kind of make it a little bit more complicated. And hopefully if you've like listened to me like read it out loud, it sounds like a little bit more direct. It's not necessarily, grammatically wrong. It's just that there's probably some ways that like the sentences could have been written differently to better communicate the ideas and kind of just the overall like messages of your sentences. The interesting thing is I liked using the SCP because I thought I was going to be in for something spooky. Another thing that I would recommend is like with a game that's going to be this short, don't break it down into chapters. You didn't need to do that. It kind of interrupts your pacing and it kind of interrupts your flow a little bit. So just for a user experience perspective, I know it makes sense when you're writing it to break it down into chapters so that I have to finish this section and then this section and then this section and then this section and then this section. But I would recommend not doing that next time just because again, when it's so short, it interrupts your pacing. So like every time I was getting into the story, suddenly there's like a chapter break. So that is something to note and that is something to just be aware of. I think that this is made by a relatively new developer, it seems. So they seem to have like some other games on their site, but I think that this is kind of like they seem to have. I think it was made by 2 developers. From what I can see on the credits page on the submission on the Spooktober Game Jam submission page. So it's got a couple of different developers there. I checked their pages out. Not too many games listed there, so probably just a new developer that's trying to get into the swing of things a little bit more, trying to expand a little bit more. So this was a decent entry. The writing wasn't quite where I would have liked it to be. I also I don't have anything against 3D visual novels or anything. I think that those are a great way to kind of tell a story. But the contrast of the 3D animation and then the 2D kind of anime figures, that was very jarring to me personally, especially at the end. I think that you introduced a character and you introduced kind of a character at the end that I think I would have liked to have known about a little bit more. Yeah, I think that I would have liked to have known about it a little bit more. I think that something to keep in mind is that I'm mildly familiar with like the SCP. I mean, I can already tell that Thugzilla here in the chat like knows a lot more than I do about those. And I vaguely remember like Markiplier playing those games, playing like the SCP game when I was a kid. But I think that giving a little bit more of an introduction could also be like a little bit of a benefit because this isn't just a game that you're making necessarily for the judges, it's a game that you're making for others. So I would have appreciated a little more explanation on kind of this world, on who we are as a person as well. Because it doesn't seem that we have like a very kind of defined aesthetic. We just kind of went somewhere that we knew when we were as a child. I know that we're like a researcher. I know that we have a bad boss. I know that we have a colleague who shows up at the end that we seem to be relatively close with. But definitely like, this is good for an entry into this game jam because I think it's a good way to like sort of test the waters. So yeah, so I think that you should just keep at it, and I think that you should just kind of keep working on refining things, because I think that you know what you want to do story wise. I would just focus on refining it, and kind of focus on like what more you would want to tell, and who these characters are, and things like that. I wouldn't even worry about like kind of the art things that I brought up until you've kind of worked on, refining story more and things like that. But yeah, okay, if you're D class, you're living in a very nice apartment, so that explains a lot. So yeah, because I was like, that is a really nice environment, which I did like. I did like the backgrounds, and I did like some of the special effects applied to the things here. So I think that we will do, we might as well just do another one. Let's do another one. The other game that I was supposed to play tonight, I genuinely don't think that its files are there. Um, I checked. I must be either blind or unable to I don't know. I didn't see it. Oh, this wasn't a fun fact. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When people joke, I take things seriously. It's really sad. Quite frankly, my friends thought that there was something wrong with me, because for a long time, like, my friend would make very sarcastic jokes, and I would be like, "Really? Do you mean that?" And he's like, "No. Stop. Are you okay?" So this next visual novel is called I Used to Be a Washing Machine. I'm excited to check this out. It's a kinetic visual novel. So kinetic meaning that it might move a little bit more. We've played kinetic visual novels on the channel before in the past. Most notably, I think the Cherry Orchard, if I recall correctly, friends. So let me see here. I used to be a washing machine. I used to be a washing machine. Oh, it's available in Spanish or in English. Um, Choose my language. I will choose English because I don't know how many people understand Spanish in this chat. Dylan, I think, is still here in passing, so I do know that he speaks Spanish. So I used to be a washing machine. This is a kind of a cool title screen. I don't know what the hexagon, like the little, that's a hexagon. No, don't embarrass yourself. Just keep playing games. In my previous life, I was a washing machine. Not just any washing machine. I was an X2, a top of the line model. My owner used to boast about me in front of her friends. It costs big bucks, but you should see the water it saves. And then every time she said that, she would pat me on my flat, shiny surface, and I would swell with pride. The patting kept happening for some time. Every time she put the laundry inside of me. And each time it was an indescribably good feeling. I was going to say, like, some of the brushwork seems familiar. It was an indescribably good feeling of satisfaction, of having reached my place in the world. Of course, eventually all good things must come to an end. One day the pats disappeared just like that, without any explanation. Just an indifferent expression as she slid in the shirts and pants, firmly closed the door, and put in the soap in the program. I felt a little sorry. Oh, that's like his eye. That's clever. I felt a little sorry, but I thought it's the law of life. I had heard my owner's father say something like that as he shook his head when talking about the aches and pains of age. With the indifference and casual comment of the old man, I eventually came to an inevitable conclusion. If living beings with the passing of time ended up deteriorating and disappearing, wouldn't the same happen to me? The worry didn't let me rest for a moment. The fear of disappearing invaded me, unbearable. I ended up having an idea that, although desperate, seemed the most reasonable solution to my problem. I started swallowing socks. It was the most common and smallest item in the laundry, so I figured they wouldn't notice it if one item was missing from time to time, right? After all, I have so many, who cares if there's one less? The years began to pass, and that word, yes. Honey, the washing machine just growled at me. And what did you expect, I thought? You could close the door a little carefully instead of slamming it. My owner's laughter reached me from the kitchen. Yes, it's true that it's been making strange noises lately, but that's normal. It's getting old. Well, then we should start considering buying a new one, don't you think? The husband's words made me freeze. Already? The moment had come too soon, and I wasn't ready. I knew the day would come, but I thought a couple more years. At the next wash, while the husband was shoving the garments in and examining me with annoyance, I decided that I had to hurry and finish my plan as soon as possible. That same day, if possible. I gathered my strength, and instead of swallowing the sock, that day I swallowed a t-shirt. And I say I felt sore from the effort, but happy. Where's my black AC/DC t-shirt? I haven't seen it since I put it in the wash. How should I know? It was you who put the washing machine on, right? Damn washing machine. Look, I can't take it anymore. We were going to the mall this afternoon to buy a new one. So much fuss over a t-shirt. Do you think the washing machine swallowed it or what? I'm sure you dropped it behind the bed or it fell down into the patio when you were hanging it out to dry. Never mind. The shirt will come out. It has no legs. What? The shirt has no legs. Wait, what? Wait, what? Can someone who knows washing machines better than I do explain what that means? Do, is there do washing machines have legs? And if they don't have legs, it's better to access them? Watching the chat. I could use your help. But I'm totally fed up with this washing machine and its little noises and the socks that get lost. Of course, if you lose your socks, it's also the washing machine's fault. She trailed off the derisive chuckle. The decision was made. I couldn't care less, though. You sure couldn't have run away. I don't know. I already achieved my goal. Oh, I guess so. I was thinking about this too seriously again. As soon as I left the mall to buy a replacement for me, I pulled out from inside of me the results of years of hard work, just culminated. A human costume, life-size, complete with head, arms, hands, and feet, made of black socks, white socks with red stripes, with children's patterns, and above all, a black AC/DC t-shirt. I put on my costume and got the hell out of there. But you're a wash... But okay. And you, what were you before you were human? The end. Okay. Okay. I don't know what to say. Sorry. It's got kind of a creepy tone to it, I suppose. I kind of like the I guess I kind of like how the frame, so to speak, is set up. I like what I'm trying to say is I like the border of the visual novel, so to speak. Um, I like how they made the washing machine expressive. I think, horror doesn't necessarily have to be like outright scary, outright terrifying. Um, this definitely kind of like fits the mood for horror, I suppose to speak, because it was a little creepy, it was a little unsettling because we're talking about something that was conscious. So it was kind of building up to something where I was like, oh, he's going to take all the clothes and then one day they're going to go inside of him to like open him up and find all the clothes and he's going to eat them as revenge or like steal their skin or something. Yeah, I don't know, gang. I wanted to like this one. It has a unique title, but I was very thrown off by how peacefully it ended. Everyone was expecting the washing machine to eat the family. So it kind of feels like I don't know if that's like supposed to subvert audience expectations and that was intentional, that we're supposed to feel kind of like a sense of dread. What I can say is I would have much preferred for the washing machine to eat the family, but we will move on there. We'll move on. We'll play, I think, one more game tonight simply because that one was so short. Very fascinating. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. There is another game that I think I'd like to check out. Okay. Let me see. Okay, that one is not appropriate to play on stream. I can tell from the content warnings here, so I will not play that one. Let me see. Interesting. Okay. Sorry, I didn't anticipate being able to get through this many games tonight, folks. So yeah. It was called I Used to Be a the game that wasn't it had a I didn't catch it, but it had a warning for suicide. So I'm trying not to play that on the thing cuz since this is a stream, I can't necessarily check to make sure that there's nothing graphic, so to speak. Um so I'm only going off of what people are going. So I'm trying not to do anything that could get flagged. Because normally when I record videos by myself, I can censor things. I can't censor things, so to speak, on stream. So let me see. This one looks very intensely. This one looks good. It is an hour long, so I don't think that we will. Well, actually, that one's an hour long, so maybe we'll come back and do that one another night. I'm going to try to find something else that's short because I didn't want to keep us all later. I haven't eaten again. I did another thing where I forgot to eat again. Okay, so this one. Let's see. Let me see. Nope, we can't play that one either. I'm okay. Let me see. The night shift is lonely. What about that one? The night shift is lonely. Language and violence. Okay, perfect. No something. Yeah, there's a couple on here that I think have suicide themes, and I just prefer to not. I'll play things with violence, but I prefer to, since suicide can be a very touchy subject, not play those on a stream, so to speak. I prefer to play those like via that are censored. Yeah. Yeah, a gore warning. Gore, I think is okay. Oh, this is using the Godot engine. Oh, okay, that is impressive. I like the Godot engine. I have not personally used it. Let me see here. The night shift is lonely. Here we are. So this is, I think, going to be our final game of the night. We will play The Night Shift is Lonely. There's another really great game that I want to play, but I honestly might make that a more of a video series for the channel. We'll see. We'll see. For God's sake. So this is the Godot engine. I think that this is, let me think. Godot engine that I consider doing for Fever. I'm in the middle of developing Fever right now, but yeah. So, for God's sake, answer your damn phone for once in your life, man. Congratulations, you've reached Dexter and he's busy. Leave a message and I'll try to keep you in mind. Is that Zabumafu? God damn it, Dex. Listen, stay away from Ursa Martin, stay away from Ember. This isn't a joke. It's honestly hard to explain without sounding like I'm crazy, but you need to get as far away from here as possible. If you're still, don't bother trying to come back. Oh, brief mention for I think that there's language issues, and then I think there's also violence in this one, so just be prepared for this. Yeah. Sorry for being such an asshole. I love you, man. Damn it. Hey, Dex, or whoever else is listening to this. Feels weird doing this, like I'm reading off a script before I get executed by terrorists or something. The execution part might not be too far off, actually, but if I do, my name is Timber Rowe. I'm like, oh my god, you're so cute. Is this Robbie from Gravity Falls? This, hold on, you can't see, hold on. Let me see here. I'm going to move my thing over here so that you guys can see. That's Robbie from Gravity Falls. That is very Robbie from Gravity Falls. I'm a cashier at Ursa Mart, a local convenience store on the edge of Redacted. It's a small town, and most of the customers are people just passing through. I'm going to pass my, looks weird. Okay, so that's what he looks like, by the way. Woo. Okay. Most of the customers are people just passing through. Oh, interesting. The kind of place you wouldn't normally think twice about. The only real thing of note is the old cell tower and the urban legend surrounding it. Nobody really took it seriously at the time. This one? Oh, okay. So this one, yes, this particular game, it's called The Night Shift. So let me see if I can drop this one in the chat here. I should probably drop some links in the chat. Let's try this one. Hopefully that won't get banned because I think people can't share links in my chat, but maybe I can share links in my chat. So that's what this one is. It all started last week. Maybe it started a long time ago. Something happened to Dexter, a friend of mine and another cashier at Urson Mart. He and Nugget, another high school friend, normally take the night shift, and they used to be with Mrs. Gosberg on the day. Nice old lady. Things were normal, but come Wednesday, Dex just up and vanished. Not a word to anyone. I know he always hated working there, especially the night shift, but I didn't think he'd just up and quit like that without telling anyone. I mean, I know we're not close anymore, but still, it was weird. I knew what was coming next, though. I got a call from my boss the same evening on my way home from my shift. Bambi, you were working tonight. Dexter's playing hide and seek, so you must take over until we get someone new. Gus, come on. You want the bird woman to work at night? She has 3 kids and her husband's dead. Have a heart, Bambi. I knew there was no way Gus would make Mrs. Gosberg take the night shift. She seemed like the kind of lady who'd be afraid of the dark. And don't think of suggesting little Nugget work alone. He's so tiny. How is he to fight off thieves on his own? Is that how you want your friend to die? 4 years later, and Gus still knew how to play me like a damn fiddle. You're a good boy, Bambi. Don't let me down. It's not like I had any night plans other than talking with Ember anyway. But having to work with Nugget could get awkward. We were all close back in high school 4 years ago, but that felt like a long time ago. Is he wearing AirPods, or is this like a skull earring? Question. Or is that a gauge? I dropped her a text before heading out. Guess who's stuck on the night shift, courtesy of Dex or something like that. It would be a little while before I got my response. What? I turned on the radio and cycled through the mostly distorted and static riddled stations before I settled on the usual local phone-in one. I wasn't really paying attention. It was mostly to keep my mind distracted. I really kind of like this minimalistic background art, and then this super detailed, like very disturbed kind of the character designs. Those are pretty cool. Sorry, classes ran a little late today, and don't pout so much. It's not like you can stay up all night anyway. Fair point. You do like to talk. Ember is or was probably the only person from school I'm still on good terms with. Hell, probably one of my only friends in general. She was at university a few towns over, but we still kept in touch every now and then. Juggalo Fox is my favorite. You going to be all right driving at night? I know you have that thing. As long as the asses on the road keep their brights off, I'll probably be all right. Probably. Timber. It was always nice to hear her voice, even if the connection was absolute ass. It made the half-hour drive to the edge of town a lot less dull. I bid Edmore farewell as I saw Ursa Mart come into view. When I arrived, the parking lot in the front of the shabby old convenience store was empty, aside from one other car. I parked a few spaces away from my only neighbor, a beat-up beetle that's all too familiar. Took one more quick look around as the sun quickly disappeared from sight, obscured by trees at the end of the lot, before I turned my attention back to the car. Found myself remembering all the times my friends and I kind of did the back seat of that tiny thing over the years. Damn biohazard, but an oddly reassuring sight. It was kind of like a forgotten relic frozen in time, right down the stack of magazines piled on the driver's seat. Couldn't help but laugh. At least that was one thing that hadn't changed. For a moment, I swear someone was peering at me from the other inside of the store. When I got inside, is it this? Is it the standee? When I got inside, the fluorescent light seared my retina at first. But when they refocused, the store looked to be an abandoned save for an empty bag of chips and pile of manga on the checkout counter, accompanied by its owner. Yo, Nugget. Are you really going to make me go through this? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't see you there. Are you new here? The liquor's on aisle 3. So that's how it was going to be, huh? I knew it would be difficult, but I walked over the counter and inspected Nugget's literature. You still read this? It's been asked since we were in high school, man. And that's cold, Mr. Rowe. Very rude, not to mention ignorant. Oh, so you know my name now. Well, you sound a lot more like someone I knew a long, long time ago. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's all skinny skeletonized, but that's impossible because that guy died like 2 years ago. Killed in the line of duty by his EGF. Tragic. Tragic was one word for it. We hadn't really kept up with each other since we had all parted ways, and honestly, he felt a little guilty. He was kind of a jerk, but I guess so was I. I turned the break room, and Nugget began jumping down in irritation. All it takes for you to give up, you should be the one fighting for my attention, you know. But I might be willing to forgive you if you do a little something for me. Okay, needy. Nugget held his hand out expectantly. I rolled my eyes and forked over $2, which were promptly used to buy another bag of chips. Pleasure doing business with you, Timber, old buddy. Not unlike his car, Nugget was rather tiny and filled with a lot of crap, and I was actually kind of happy to see him. Anything new I should know about working the night shift? It's been a while. Try not to make too much eye contact and keep your fingers to yourself. Sounds normal. I don't care what you guys do in the comfort of your own home, but this is inappropriate. Wait, was that a man with a gun? Wait, what? Hey, boss, give me is there a man robbing me and I'm just ignoring him? Hey, boss, give me an Ursa special, will you? Extra large. Sure, you want one for your son? He chuckled. He's someone's son. Well, all right then. The Ursa special. Gus's coup de grace. Mystery meat in a cup. I don't really get the appeal, but Gus puts a lot of effort into it. Only the fresh most fresh ingredients, which I had to assume meant roadkill. Gus always talked about how it was his dream since he was a boy to be a brilliant chef and that the recipe was his mother's. Guess even Gus had to give up on his dreams at some point. He was here after all. To his credit, some people really love that stuff. Can't get enough. I don't think I would have minded if it weren't for the god-awful smell. Did he kidnap someone's child? Thanks, boss. I really don't think it's that bad. Yeah, of course you don't. I've seen some of the stuff that you put in your mouth. Okay, I know, rude, but you have to admit the stuff reeks. Nothing more than you used to, especially with your cigs. Okay, I deserve that. Are you threatening me, young man? Look, man, I just work here. They have cameras up in here, so he laughed. At least he wasn't there to kill me. I wasn't entirely sure if those old security cameras even worked. Oh, don't worry, it's empty, see? He pushed the gun on my face to show me. I really wanted to go home. Besides, I wouldn't kill a former student, not you anyway. Oh, a music teacher, right? Despite being underwhelmed that I had forgotten his name, he explained that he had quit to get back to his natural roots as a hunter, hence the swimsuits and Glock. Guess life comes at you fast. And what of you? I recall you and your compatriots had quite the musical alliance. That didn't work out. Well, sorry to hear it didn't work out, but you'll get them next time, sport. He bought his jar of honey and was on his way, leaving with a moment to think. Nugget, Dexter, and I had been in band together along with 2 others. My job here was only supposed to be temporary, but life had other plans. So why'd you stop? Things just didn't work out. You know that. Maybe you weren't as good as we thought. Happens. Oh, right. Well, either way, I loved your music. I remember my cheeks flushing red. Thanks, Ember. 2 a.m. and the last of the customers was gone until the end of the shift, and I could take it easy. While Nugget took the moment of peace to read his manga in the back room in peace, I stepped outside to get out of that stuffy store. I lit my cigarette and gazed across the dark lot. You really shouldn't be smoking. I jumped slightly before checking my phone. Ember always had the uncanny ability to know when I was doing something I shouldn't be, even dozens of kilometers away. What, you psycho? No, you're just literally always smoking. And no, not smoking hot, you goof. I couldn't help but smile. With Nugget and Ember, things started to feel all right again. I began to relax, and Ember and I started talking about some new songs we started listening to. Unfortunately, our conversation got interrupted by tapping on the glass behind me, causing me to jump again. Nate was holding up 2 garbage bags, the leftover mystery meat. Took out the trash before Nugget and I parted ways for the night. As he drove off, I remember hearing a quiet thudding noise by the dumpsters. I looked over and saw that the top of the dumpster had been removed, but couldn't quite see who or what had gotten into it. I did hear whatever it was slopping on, something loudly at that. At least something enjoyed Gus's mystery meat. I thought about investigating further, but after the encounter with that night's customers, I thought it best to just let sleeping dogs lie, so to speak. As I pulled away from the lot, I took one last glance into the rearview mirror of the dumpsters. I slowed my car down when I noticed movement into the forest behind the dumpster. Whatever it was looked big. Tall enough to push the leftover tree branches aside as it skulked away, full from its mystery meal. I didn't think of it at the time. Whatever it was had the courtesy to close the lid of the dumpster after it had finished its feast. For better or worse, the thought of whatever it was soon left my head. Ooh, the lonely mesmerizing. I could feel myself starting to drift off. Very cool effects. Very cool. God, I was jolted awake by the noise followed by the boisterous laughter from the radio host. I didn't know I left the radio on, but I thought it was a good thing and I did. Those were discussing the urban legend surrounding the abandoned cell tower and the poor signal around town that started about 10 years ago during the tower's construction. Story goes that if you called a specific number within a request Halloween, you might get a response for the operator. Really, it was just a technical glitch caused by connecting to any invalid number, and most of the time you would just get connected to another random number. This peculiarity led to a lot of rumors, naturally. Nobody could really explain how it happened or why the tower was abandoned. Were fulfilled and their questions answered by this mysterious entity, and it became quite a popular Halloween activity. I thought back to the time I had spent fooling around with my friends with this kind of thing. Honestly, I had completely forgotten it was late into the year, which left me with a somber feeling, another waste. I somehow made it home without introducing my car to a lovely single oak tree that night, so I suppose I should have been thankful. Not sure if it was the nostalgia or sudden burst of inspiration that overtook me, but I felt compelled to blow the dust off my old guitar and play it despite how tired I felt. I cracked the window open so I could smoke and tried to play a rendition of my part in one of this band's old songs. I was a little embarrassed by how rusty I had gotten, but I'm sure Ember would still get a kick out of it. Nugget, Dexter, hell, why not Joe and Mary too, thought. I sent the recordings out, not expecting to hear anything back as I crawled into bed. Feeling satisfied, I fell into a deep sleep that night, probably my last one for a long time. 1 p.m. Woke up to a handful of junk texts from unknown numbers asking for advice, threats, and nonsense. It really was that time of the year. I noticed a few tufts of black fur on the floor by the window and kicked myself for forgetting to close the window last night. Consider myself lucky that whatever animal had found its way into my apartment also found its way out with relatively little trouble. During my breakfast for lunch, I wasn't sure what to do with my new schedule. Normally, I play some games to kill time, but my thoughts were interrupted. So what was up with Dexter last night? Shit, I completely forgot to question Nugget about Dex's disappearance. Whoops. I might be a really bad friend. I asked Ember for some advice. Timber, I know you're not on great terms, but you already know what I'm going to say. I knew she was right. Seeing Nugget again rekindled the desire to see the others again. Dex, Mary, hell, even Joe. I tried to give Dexter a call, knowing it would go straight to voicemail. Dead or alive, Dex never picks up, I thought. A little more direct on the driveway. I knocked text this time. Yo, where the hell are you, dude? Finally skipped town or what? Thanks for leaving me with your shift last night, by the way. Very cool. I just about given up on seeing Dex when I was approached by two police officers who asked if I'd seen him recently. I told them no, and they asked a few more questions, but refused to elaborate on what was happening, just to phone it in if I saw Dex. Growing up, neither Dexter nor I used to a little trouble, but the police were getting involved. It could be serious. Maybe he really did skip town. I resigned to asking Nugget about it when I saw him, and with that, I headed to work. This time I arrived before Nugget to take over Mrs. G's shift, and fortunately, the place was equally as empty as it was the other night. When Nugget arrived, he was a lot more approachable than the day before, though he did make fun of my worsening guitar skills. Though I guess it's no wonder Dex rage quit if that's what he had to work with. Yeah. And Mary? She knew how to put on a show, but her bass was sloppy. Dex always said so. Now, say what you want, but that guy was talented. Not as gifted as moi on the beat, but as lead guitarist go, he was pretty good. Speaking of Dex, I took the opportunity to ask him what happened to Dexter. Nugget shrugged dismissively. I don't know, dude. Left early. Dex said he would wrap things up so he could take care of business. More time to slack off, no doubt. There's nothing weird about him. Give me a break. I'm not his Kara. We barely ever talked since you ditched us, you know? I felt a bit annoyed. How was it suddenly on him? I know gas is cheap, but surely the security cameras aren't just for show. Oh, right. I won't lie. Part of me hoped the cameras didn't work. I spent a lot of time goofing off. Nugget accessed the little computer in the break room and eventually chugged to life after some moments of doubt. On the screen were 3 or 4 cameras around the building, one by the entrance, one inside the store, and one inside the break room. I watched Nugget open up the footage from Dexter's last day. As footage sped and the hours went by, I realized how much milling about I did. Years of my life, right there. Time had really gotten away from me these past 4 years. The footage finally arrived at the site of Dexter's disappearance. Nugget waved goodbye to him before leaving Dexter alone to close up shop. Dexter looks a bit fidgety and is quick to head to the break room. We watched Dexter vigorously rummage through the back room before picking the small lock on the cabinet and ruffling through all the various drawers held inside. Dexter didn't look too impressed from what he found until until something seemed to get his attention from outside and the footage cut out. Took a few seconds for the video to return. When it did, Dexter put it in the same place staring up at the camera. I felt my heart start to pound and even Nugget was quiet. Why was he just standing there? Did he realize that he was caught in 144p? Dexter resumed his rummaging, seemingly unbothered by the idea he might be caught, and I felt a little silly. He couldn't be looking at this. This was just a recording after all. We watched as Dexter went back to sifting through the contents of the locked cabinet. Contained with one of them were dozens of cell phones and what looked like a sign-in book that you would see in a hotel or something. Each row had 3 columns. On the left was a phone number, in the middle a number with no discernible length or pattern. Then on the right, several other phone numbers. Oh, I don't like this. Each number on the right had various names and initials scribbled on it in barely legible handwriting. I noticed this is totally silent. Sorry. I noticed Nuggets and mine and Ember's number repeated several times. With some kind of customer employee logbook? Another customer. Yeah, it's making it a little difficult to read. Another drawer held various passports and other legal documents, and then calmly stood up and walked out as if nothing had happened. He didn't even take anything. You need to move. Run. What? A mini pod grabs the two by the shoulder. I'm not paying you two to watch videos. Son of a. Gus's boisterous laughter filled the room while Nugget and I recuperated from the shock. Nugget looked like he was about to have a heart attack. Me, too difficult to resist. You both were so fixated. I came to check up on you. Poor signal with my phone so my call wouldn't go through. I'm sure you guys have heard, and the Dexter has gotten into something he shouldn't have. So he tried to rob the place, huh? He nodded. He looked troubled a moment when he saw me. Nugget's face is still wrought with fear, but then smiled. Take care of yourselves, Bambi and Gerbil. It's still a long night. With that, he was gone. What a freak. It was only then that I really took in charge large how he was. His meat paws could easily smash Nugget into a paste if he wanted to, but Gus wouldn't do that. Surely he was kind of sketchy, and clearly had a lot of skeletons in his closet, but he was a nice guy. Dishes from his homeland than anything else. Though that mental image of Nugget paste will probably stick with me for a long time. Hello, sir. Okay, so this man. Does Augustus own this place? Okay, so are you a friend of his? Old coworker? Sorry, I gotta take a drink. So trying to talk to him about the cell tower. I don't like the sound of that guy. It was a little intense. Don't you hate it there? Let's place these people talking behind each other's backs, lying to each other. Don't you get sick of it? Why don't we just leave? I remember having this conversation with you years ago right after graduation. I remember the frustration building up in both of us due to forces outside of our control. Truth be told, I wanted to leave, but we didn't have anywhere else to go. It doesn't matter where, as long as we're to go together. Ember. Okay. Hello. Hi. Big night plan? You could say that. He had already started placing hidden items in his towel on the counter before producing a crumble from I don't want to know where. He placed his hand atop it as I waited for it and smiled. Don't worry, young man. I'll protect you. Somehow I doubted that. Every year people go missing and the cops ain't doing anything about it. It's insane, man. Pop me kettle. But he wasn't wrong. The number of missing persons reports every year around these parts was getting higher and higher, as was the popularity trying to contact the operator. It was a silly Halloween game, so it's hard for me to believe it had much to do with people running away or whatever was going on. It was just an urban legend. I don't think you should be out there anymore. What? There are too many creeps around there at night. Go home. What, like now? I'm still on shift and I can't leave Nugget hanging. Would you just forget about Nugget? Please just listen to me. I'm scared something's going to happen to you. You need to leave. I was a bit taken aback. I hadn't seen her this stressed out since the day she got into fights with her father. I had to lighten the mood. You don't need to worry, really. They're just stories. Nothing's going to happen to me. Please try to calm down. Besides, if you're that worried, you could always come down to visit. Yeah, you're right. Drag her into the murder. I really have to put up with foolishness every night? Sheesh. The night began to draw to a close and Nugget had somehow convinced Timber to take the trash out for the second night in a row. Wait, we're switching voices. So now we're in third person. We were in first person and now we're switching to third. This night's mystery sank even worse. It's almost made me wretched as I heaved into the dumpster across the lot. No, now we switched again. What the heck? I turned around and see Nugget staring at me from the storefront window, his face pressed up against the glass and his eyes wide like they were going to bulge out of his skull. I thought he was just messing with me like usual, just trying to act out and get some reaction out of me. That was when a sudden chill suddenly ran down my spine as my way back towards the store. Nugget was pointing at me. Don't turn around. I heard something moving around the bushes behind me as he gradually picked up the pace, soon breaking into a full sprint before making back to the safety of the store. I turned to Nugget expecting him to make some kind of joke, but it never came. If you're messing with me, I will actually cut you. Dude, didn't you see it? I thought you could see at night, man. I think it's still there. I pressed my face up against the glass and trained my eyes to look out into the darkness. Sure enough, I caught someone skulking around the bushes. A lanky shape. From what I could see, it described as a hand draped around a tree while its pure white eyes glistened like pearls in the moonlight from between the branches. It felt like it was watching us before it abruptly disappeared into the darkness. Don't you dare say it was bear or something. Fine, I won't, but tomorrow's on you, right? Wasn't sure of what I saw. There were plenty of big animals running around the forest. It could have been one of them. That's what I hoped. What, you expect me to go out there after that? You have to be coked out of your mind. Maybe next time we can both take out the trash. By that point, I wasn't too keen about working the night shift now, either knowing that I might get jumped by some feral animal on my way to deliver the roadkill we served to customers to its, or rather hoped that would be the end of the night's excitement as Nugget and I cautiously locked up and bid each other farewell. Took one more look around the lot now, and I was completely in complete darkness before shaking the animal from my mind and hitting the road. Drive home was a lot more lonely than it had been the previous night. The street lamps raced past my car and they reminded me of that creature's eyes in the night. I was already feeling the gentle caress of sleep starting to take me, so I turned on the radio to try and keep myself alert. Okay. The fever fair filled my ears until something familiar came on. The last song is the band and I wrote together before we broke up. I couldn't believe my ears as waves of nostalgia and confusion washed over me. I only make sure I wasn't hallucinating, but as I looked back, something darted in front of my car. I slammed the brakes, my car slipping and sliding along the asphalt before reaching a halt, and for a split second I saw something. My headlights partially illuminated something on the side of the road staring right back at me. Big, body black like a shadow. Before my mind had time to process, it was gone. Was that what was watching us earlier? I lay in the dark, staring at the ceiling for a few minutes, untangling the events of the night in my mind, even though she's probably asleep, I was too anxious to sleep. Even the song we used to play, the one we wrote together. Could have sworn I heard it on the local radio on my drive home. It was crazy. I didn't know anybody recorded that. Wasn't sure if she'd respond. She'd been acting a bit strangely all night and wasn't as talkative as usual. I was concerned, but the events of the night distracted me from it. The last time I heard that song was when my friends and I were still friends. That was about 5 years ago when we were still together near the end of high school. Dex, Mary, and I were the lead bass and drum guitarists respectfully. Nugget on drums, and Joe was their kind of makeshift roadie. Me and Joe would write the songs, Dex and Nugget brought themselves, and Mary, the death metal limb, would capture the souls of their audience or something like that. There were problems, of course, like Dex's ego, Nugget's attitude, but those were quirks that were quickly forgiven. Things went on for a couple months. We'd have gigs nobody really showed up to, practice in the woods by Gus's, get drunk and argue, but it's still a lot of fun together up until graduation. It kind of fell apart after a show we put on for Halloween at the cell tower near the convenience store parking lot. That was also the Halloween I met Ember, sort of. Few people had shown up, but it was pretty underwhelming to say the least. To top it off, we'd all gotten some pretty nasty and honest messages about our band. That was the last straw for Dux. He thought he was better than this and wanted to quit the band since he had better things to do. Mary told him to curb his ego, and of course Nugget chimed in to stoke the flames. Argument broke out, harsh words were shared, people stormed off, and before I knew it, I was alone. It was all stupid, trivial stuff, but at the time it really meant a lot. Out of frustration, I sent a text out to God knows who before playing around with my guitar to get my mind off things. My friends are idiots. I continued to play before I noticed a small animal watching me. Before a response came back, telling me mine are such pricks. Turns out we were in the same school, so it wasn't hard to meet up. So this is him talking about meeting her. I don't know necessarily if I need this. I'm going to save my voice a little bit because I'm clearly failing. My voice is failing. So then basically, I think I love you. Even though I sent it to the operator, my stomach still felt like it was full of butterflies. I love you too. It made my heart skip a beat, but then I laughed. And then the guts to tell Ember how I felt until a few months later, but that time it felt like good practice. That didn't last long. Soon after I told Ember how I felt, things reached ahead between her and her father. She agreed to go to college several times away to pursue a medical degree. We agreed it was for the best that we stayed friends, but after she was gone, things felt like they spiraled out of control. I fell in a depressive state and stopped going to band practice altogether. Not that we were getting any gigs regardless. The passion was gone, and with it, went Mary and Joe to live their own lives. Dexter, Nugget, and I tried to make it work with just us three, but it didn't work out. Part-time jobs at Ursa Mart became our full-time lives, and that was that. I still occasionally hear from Ember when she wasn't too busy with school, but when I didn't hear from her for almost a year, I felt like it really screwed up. Out of childish anger, I lashed out to the only place I could think of, the operator. Sometimes get responses, but it never really mattered. After a while, I realized I was complaining to a specter, and my frustration and anger burned out as well. That's why I was so over the moon when Amber reached out again. Frankly, I was both surprised and relieved to hear from her a few weeks ago after so many months, but it was a welcome break in the monotony of my daily life. She didn't seem comfortable talking about what had taken place while she was gone, but I dropped it. I was just happy she was all right and that I could talk to her again. I didn't even question it when maybe I should have. I finally drifted off, the sun shining through my blinds onto my face after my trip down memory lane. Another restless night, 7:30 p.m. Considered calling in sick, but decided to bite the bullet. I couldn't ditch Nugget again after what happened last night. Gus was right. The poor guy would have a heart attack if whatever that thing was showed up again. I freshened up before starting to drive to Ursa Mart, and I gave up on my staticky radio halfway long. I doubted there would be anything to calm my nerves regardless. Parking lot was empty. Nugget wasn't even there. I stood by to check out for an hour, but nobody came. It was actually a bit of relief. I laughed at my nervousness. I saw some animal and it put me in such a state. It felt almost comical. Thought I really did need to lighten up. I wasn't brave enough to take my smoke outside, so I holed up in the break room. After several minutes, the phone broke the solitude. You need to come outside. Dude, where are you? You really need to come outside. This guy is hurt. What do you want about? Where are you? In response, I received a message with an image attached. It was taken from outside the dumpsters. It was Nugget from the height of the shop, but something wasn't adding up. Don't do anything stupid. I paused. She always had a thing about her, but never liked this. This was unnatural. What do you mean by that? Just, I don't want anything to happen to you. In general, I mean. Why would something happen? There was a pause. Nugget didn't go to work today, right? I never told her that. Psychic or not, this wasn't right. That was when I decided to check the security footage. It was strange enough that Miss G left early, but now Ember acting even more strangely. I needed to get to the bottom of this. Everything seemed normal until something got Nugget's attention from outside. Nugget then walked outside, but then doesn't return. Soon after, I saw myself arrive. Clearly, Nugget had shown up to work today, but why would Ember lie? And why did Nugget take so long to ask for help? I wasn't sure what was going on, but one thing was clear. I was fairly certain the person I was speaking to wasn't Ember. Every instinct, every cell in my body was telling me the same thing. I shouldn't have come to work tonight. My fight or flight was going mental, but I had come to work. And Nugget wanted my help. I mustered my courage and stepped into the abandoned lot heading in the direction of the dumpsters. Okay, so we're just going to die. As I reached the edge of the concrete, I noticed the tire treads from Nugget's car in the mud along with the displaced foliage. I thought Nugget probably wanted my help putting whoever was hurt into my car. At least that's what I hoped. My phone was still going crazy with messages from the fake Ember, but that only strengthened my resolve to help me find my actual friend. I finally reached the end of the tire treads to find a sight that made my heart stop. Nugget's tiny body lay limp, propped up against his dented car. My fear turned to panic as I rushed to his side. This is a joke, right? I touched his body. It was still warm. He wasn't breathing, but I thought there must be something I could do. Before I had the chance to reach for my phone, something large wrapped itself around my body, covered my mouth, muffling my scream. Moments later, I felt something sharp pierce my side. Before I knew what happened, I was suddenly flung to the side with incredible force as something knocks into me and my assailant. Scramble my feet and start running. The sounds of bloody murder growing distance as I approach the store doors. I locked them behind himself after I got in, hiding away in the break room again. I tried to stop the bleeding with some tissues. Thankfully, the cut wasn't too deep. Whoever interrupted this would-be killer had saved my life. Then there was some front door bell jingled. I froze. Had I locked the door? Maybe it was Gus like the thing. I saw Ember outside looking directly at the screen before her disguise melted away. Ember, eyes like white pearls on the monitor. At this point, it could see me. I watched as it calmly unlocked the door and walked through. A feeling of despair rushed over me when I realized I had heard before. I was already inside. Strangely, switch off lights in the store and attempt to hide myself in darkness. It could see me through the cameras, but if there was no light, I might be safe. I could hear her pushing past walls on the other side of the wall, trying to pinpoint my location, and I knew if he stayed where I was, it would eventually find me and kill me, but maybe I could escape. I crawled my way out as silently as I could. I stopped. Whatever that was, the aisle right across from me, the path to the door. Oh my god. My phone answered itself, and the voice on the other end of the line shook me to my core. Leave me alone. Bruh. I don't understand. I looked up to see the creature's white eyes shining in the darkness right above me as it looked over the aisle at me. The adrenaline pumping through my veins, I pushed against the aisle. I cannot read. Oh, okay, so we toppled the aisle on the creature. As it wriggled and writhed, trying to free itself, it slashed and hacked the cheap wooden aisle to bits. I made for the door, not even looking back as I made my way out. And that's it. I've been driving ever since. It's 6 a.m. and I have no idea where I'm going. I have no idea, but I can't go back. It knows where I live. It knows my friends. It knows me. I don't know what kind of sick game it's playing with me, and I don't know if anyone back home will be safe, but I can't go back yet. Hoping the sun comes up, I can get some rest. I'm exhausted. The car shakes, but Timber's more focused on keeping his eyes open as his vision starts to blur, the adrenaline filing wearing off. It's only now sinking in that Nugget's dead. I don't know what happened to Dexter or Ember, but I won't leave them behind. I'll go back for them when the sun's up. It progressively gets darker, dialogue getting distorted with static. That was an action. It's still trying to call me, but I can't get its voice out of my head. Oh God. I can't stop thinking about it. I just need to hold on until the sun comes up. Just a bit longer. Finn. Okay. Let me see here. What does X do? No. Back. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I really like the art style. I really like the design and the aesthetic for this game. I thought that was really cool. As we've kind of mentioned in the chat, it's really hard to read though. And I don't know, and there's some directions from there, and then it also breaks between the third person and the first person. I don't know if that was intentional. It doesn't look like that was intentional. If it was intentional, looks like a mistake. It's very jarring when you switch from third person to first person. So I would just watch out for that. I did like the artwork. I really loved it. I thought that was kind of cool. I liked the glitches. I liked the story. I think that it tried a little bit kind of too close to the end to add on more backstory to these characters. And I actually don't know if we necessarily needed all of that backstory. I think that I can understand that like Timber and Ember were people who were pretty close to each other and who wanted to be together, so to speak, and that something had happened between the two of them. So I didn't think that necessarily all the backstory was needed. I appreciated it, but I think that the writing, what I'm trying to say is that the writing on its own was strong enough with like adding the backstory that was kind of like put towards the end. But yeah, very interesting game. I really liked it. I hope that we can see more by this particular dev team. But with that, I am going to bring this to a close because I'm tired and I'm also hungry. But I hope that you guys enjoyed. I might be doing another stream later this week, checking out more Spooktober games. So be sure to stop by and check out, the channel. If you're new here, subscribe. turn on your notifications. It'll let you know when I go live. So with that, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.